we're apparently starting back up again. Surprise.
Yeah. For anyone watching, we just discussed having our magic people levitate us to the top of the roof. Anyway, so if we can get levitated to the top of the roof while invisible, we can take the roof from the top down. I bet this guy lives on the top floor. Most people in houses that big do. Just a hunch, again. Either way, it will be coming from the top, so it's a good way to attack. As opposed to the front door, it tends to be more obvious. On my fly-spy, did I see all those cars parked outside the garage? I can't remember if you said yes or no.
You see a few, yes.
Okay. What did I see anything that looked especially strong or sporty?
Yeah, everything there looks very expensive and very sporty.
Yes. Okay. So, I think getting in won't be that hard. We need to have a way to get out. In a situation where no one knows we're there, in a situation where they do. So, if they don't, we can just hop in this guy's car and probably just drive right out the front gate. It's probably, most of these things have this is a common sense. I'll ask the GM, but I'm assuming they usually work with a transponder on the car. The car pulls up. There's like a little RFID that goes ping, and the gate opens. Is that how that works, or is it something based on sins or something?
It could be either.
Okay, but so both of those are real things in this world. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'd have our Decker determine which one that gate was. How did it go by a transponder on a car? Does it check sins? What type of input is it? I guess a Decker can find that out. I don't know. We could go out that way. Either way, the Decker could probably hack the door to get us to get out of it. We have to rely on that. Once we're out, we need to have an exchange somewhere. So someone would probably need to be in the van so that we could swap if the car was hot or something. You know what I'm saying? So that would put Stardust in the van. Stardust, can you drive? Hello?
Muted.
Fail.
The Decker having technical problems? Alan?
Alan, you awake, buddy?
Alan, are you there?
I think he might not be there.
Balls. Okay, well, that was something to figure out. So we hit this place from top down. We steal a car to get out of there. If it comes down to it, we swap vans. If it absolutely comes down to it, we may want to have... we could probably make it to the Thames River. In which case, I would tell my plane remotely to drive its way up the river, maybe? I don't know if that's a thing. Oh, hey, Alan. We were going over a plan. Plan of assault.
Will, did you want me to re-roll looking across the grid?
For a floor plan?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I just found it? Okay.
Kenwood House used to be a very public place. So the floor plans are fairly easy to find. This is not a floor plan that's accurate to Kenwood House, nor is the picture that I gave you, but whatever.
Is there actual...
the location.
Was I able to determine if he's done any construction?
Yes, he has done construction on that building that you were suspicious about.
Okay.
Mostly interior.
Alright. Was I able to get a sense for what he was building, like a menagerie? Does it look like that's where he was building a menagerie?
A menagerie? Yeah, it would be a fairly safe assumption. Something like that, definitely.
And Stardust is probably pretty jet lagged, so he's going to be resting. And
oh, Stardust, can you drive? Are you a driver?
no.
Not particularly. Okay.
I mean, I can drive, but I'm not
A
at the level
wheelman.
of like driving away from the cops.
Okay, here's how we're gonna set this up. Is we're gonna levitate some people over into the on the roof, hit them from the top down. I see from the plans you provided that his quarters on the top floor on the right side of the structure. Master suite, his office, his bath. Weird it says his on it, but you know.
I'm pretty good at I'm pretty good at both climbing and physical infiltration, so that should work with me going in with them. Did you spot external cameras on the roof when you did your drone flyby?
That's a good question. Did I not look for them? May have forgotten.
You did not see any external cameras on the roof.
Did he see any external cameras in his endeavors looking over the place?
Yeah, there were a few dotted around the exterior of the building, most notably around doors and windows and stuff like that. Though there's a huge number of windows, so obviously not above every single one.
Okay. And on like what stories? How far would someone have to climb down from the roof to access one of those cameras?
They are quite squarely in the middle, so quite a ways up and quite a ways down.
Like how many meters? More or less than 10?
Less than 10.
Okay, I can do that.
By the way, when he put his sneaky legs on, I would have seen that. What does that entail? I'm curious what the sneaky legs look like.
Obvious and
Are they-
obvious cybernetic legs. You can tell they've got like this black stealth plating, which you can tell is part of the optimization for sneaking. They're digigrade, so they bend the wrong way, like a velociraptors or kid stealths. He has LEDs on them right now because he's a cheeky bastard, but the LEDs are off when he's sneaking.
Wow. Okay.
They
This is
look
cool.
heavily modified.
Good lord. Okay, that's pretty cool, but very very conspicuous. So, all right, we can. Is anyone here not good at sneaking? I look at the dwarf.
He's got 4 dice, I think. 2 dice.
Okay, so your job is to make sure we are invisible and that we can fly as much as possible. And if it comes to shit, come see it. Can you drive at all? Is driving a thing you do?
It is not.
Okay.
Has a whopping 1 die to driving.
Okay. I'm thinking it might not be the best idea for you to go in there with us. I think we may just get spilled up, and then us four go in there.
Yeah, I can sustain spells on you. That's fine. I can also, if shit go, I can also summon a powerful, or not quite so powerful, but a decently powerful guardian spirit who can seal you and protect you guys.
Excellent. Also, I have a fly spy, as you've seen me use. If you're focusing on spells, that's fine. If you can do other things, are you able to do other things, or will you be just totally focused on what you're doing?
What do you mean by other things?
Look at a comlink and look to the fly spy and tell me if you see some big motherfucker with a lead pipe behind me.
Cool. Yeah, can do. But the other thing is I can also cotton. What's your initiative?
My initiative. It's a powerful, interesting question that I used to know offhand. 11 plus 2d6.
Would you like to make that more absurd?
Sure.
Before we go in? Because I would love to make that more absurd before we go in.
I like more absurd. I'm pro absurd.
And Stardust, same for you. I'll be sustaining
Healing magic doesn't work on me.
Oh. Fascinating. Okay. Yeah.
Eyebrow is cocked.
Stardust is
Um,
also covered head to toe in arcane tattoos, which go
Yeah,
down
I
along his
am
legs and arms.
You are a walking police call.
fascinated.
What?
You are a walking police call.
In this mode, I have a bunch of unadorned arms and legs that I can swap into, which are normal.
Let's see. Like a super jacked up potato head. Okay. Yes, walking probable cause. Okay, so the rundown of the plan is Sigurdur is in the van. He casts spells on us. He watches the comm link and makes sure that we don't get hit from behind with my fly spy.
Mhm.
We hit the roof. We work our way down. We check for any problems. We find this motherfucker. We punch him in the face. We ask where this kid is. Okay. Then we will have to take control of the house, or someone will have to go into that room to get the kid. Do we want to get the kid first?
Yes.
Okay, so we get the kid first, and presumably he's a mountain lion, and mountain lions can be stealthy, and plus they, people might not even believe it's a thing. So we'll have the mountain lion. We'll get this kid, and we will probably have him hang back with us till we find the motherfucker in question, whoop his ass, and then levitate back down. Kasa, can you make this happen? Levitate, help levitate us up and get us back down.
I can do some.
If not, if we need to get access to it, Mr. Stardust, you will open up any gates we need opened up. Take control of a car, and I'll drive us out in one of his very nice vehicles.
I can definitely do
Okay.
it if we do it in shifts. Too many
yeah.
spells becomes a strain.
There should be some time
Yeah,
between each spell.
I can basically sustain the invisibility spells on you guys, assuming you do not go for wards. And then you can, and then we can take shifts levitating. So question: what time do we want to do this? Just so I know when I should summon a spirit for you guys.
Evening, I think is the plan. Like after
Evening. So Pat, okay. Is Wolf here?
I am here. Hello.
Yes. Hi. I am going to need you to summoning. Where is the lowest background count possible?
In the village, in the area around Hampstead.
Okay. Then I will be, unfortunately, at a -1 penalty, but that is fine. I forget. How does background counts affect spirits? Does it just give them a penalty to dice pools, or does it give a penalty to force?
It gives a penalty to their dice pools.
Okay. So this spirit would be at a -1 penalty to everything, but that is reasonable. In which case, I will be summoning past sunset. I will be taking a hit of psych before we do the summoning and the whatchamacallit, and the spell casting. So let's do it.
Goodness.
I am going to edge this.
Okay. I'm just going to roll against Kasa's spirit first.
Mhm.
And your guardian spirit. So 4 drain, and you get 4 services.
Mhm. Okay. I do not. Let's see. Optional powers.
While you decide that, sorry, I just want to answer one of Stardust's questions. You definitely see. You can see that the gate, the front gate, has like a maglock, but it doesn't seem to be connected to the rest of the network.
And as far as rest, that's a question you would ask the group. I'm okay
Can I
with it.
see its icon? Did I see its icon at all?
I guess not really. It's not like a wireless thing, but it's I guess maybe I botched that, but it has a maglock on it. You can kind of see that physically with your physical bypass.
So you're saying it's got a maglock that is either running silent with something with a sleaze rating, so I couldn't see it, or it's a maglock without the wireless. Yeah.
Right. Yes, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, that means that I can make it my bitch one way or the other.
Hooray!
Did I, when seeing this maglock, see if it? I assume it has a universal data connector on it. An external one, or am I gonna have to bust open the casing to get at it?
You're probably gonna have to bust open the casing and data tap it.
Well, I've got an induction plate, or induction module, so I don't have to worry about that part. So
Okay, cool. I don't know what that is, but yes, excellent.
won't need to data tap, but I can if I need to. I can
Do you
get that gate open if I physically get to it.
Do you folks have any preference at all for the elemental attack that I'll be bringing to the table?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you folks have any preference at all for the elemental attack that I'll be bringing to the table?
What are our options?
We can do acid, we can do cold, we can do fire, and we can do electricity.
I prefer cold because that's how revenge is best served. So there we go. How about that? Make it poetic.
I think electric could work if he has any machines that will do more damage to those things at that point.
Damn pragmatism. Yes, I agree.
So, how much rest do we want to give before making a go at this?
Well, it's midday. Do you guys want to hit it tonight or tomorrow night? I do not care.
Well, I'll be summoning the spirit the night of, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So there is a 150 pounds or so mountain lion that is sleeping in this no-tell motel.
Yeah, as you roll up to buy your room, the guy kind of wanders out in his pajamas, eating a bowl of cereal, and kind of sneers at you. As he takes your money, he kind of has disdain for the fact that you're not paying him in pounds.
I thought we got we exchanged. I thought Cotton exchanged money.
Did he?
I remember you brought it up.
Yeah, you're like, there's plenty of places around Heathrow to change money, but it's not needed because these places. Well, you never gave me exchange rate either.
Oh yeah, it's £2. It's £2.50 to the new yen. So each new yen will get you £2.50.
If there was a place by the airport, I probably would have changed out some money if it's that big of a deal. But if you assume I didn't and the guy sneers at me, well, it's a sneering Englishman. You know, that's...
Yes, it is.
I mean, we're just going to see silently.
He's going to sneer at you no matter what, pretty much.
Yeah, but he's an Englishman. He's just going to seethe internally. It's not like he's going to hit me. So I don't care.
So yes, you have your uncomfortable rooms.
We were going to get a night of sleep. I mean, it's been a pretty busy day. I flew a plane all night long, then drove 2 hours, and then drove 2 hours back, and then reconnoitered around town.
We're still in Seattle. Now here's the question: we're Shadowrunners, so we stay up all night, but we're from Seattle, so we're situated at the other side of the planet.
I'm so confused.
We are not invoking circadian rhythm, Alan. No. No.
I mean, it gets even worse because I'm a cat, and if I know anything about cats from having a cat, it's that I sleep about 20 hours a day. So,
Okay, so shall we take one night of sleep and hit this place up the next day, summon spirits, put all the fun gear on, and roll out of the van?
Mm-hmm. Now, Will, for sustained spells, I believe background counts reduce the force of the sustained spell, right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Background counts reduce force of sustained spells, right?
Yes.
By the force of the background count. So,
Unless you cast it within the background count, in which case it's just a dice pool penalty.
Okay. In which case, I'll be casting within the background count anyway. Cool.
So what time are you heading over there?
The next night, and let's go. When is sunset? No, let's. Does anybody object to 3 in the morning?
No, not at all.
nope.
Yeah, 3 in the morning sounds just about right.
Okay. So we're gonna drive over there at 3 in the morning, and get in the back of the van. In the back of the van, we'll get all suited up for badassery, and have our dwarf captain here turn us invisible and float us over the hedgerow.
Yes. Okay. Question: would you like me to cast the invisibilities first?
That would be. I have no personal opinion.
Well, the invisibility will have the highest relative dice pools because I will be sustaining the fewest spells at that point.
Aha.
Yes.
Nice what?
Well,
Sorry, couldn't
how
help
tall was
myself.
it? How tall was it hedgerow?
3 meters.
3 meter. That's a 9-foot hedge.
That
Jesus
said,
Christ.
everyone
10
rolling
10
to
feet,
detect
actually.
you,
10 feet.
everyone rolling to detect you will be rolling at a -7 penalty because I will have the guardian spirit conceal you all.
Cool. Well, I will leave that up to your. That is your department. Your department is invisibly floating me over the wall. However you feel the
Alright.
best way to accomplish this, I defer to
Um,
you. But if you get me killed, I will haunt you for fucking ever.
Kasa
All
will be
right.
more than willing to take care of herself and handle the levitating.
Handle
If
the levitation. Okay, cool. Because sustaining like 7 spells is not fun.
yeah,
So let's go with an invisibility on OG first. I will be rolling at my full dice pool, -1.
Stardust will actually suggest you hit him first if you explain sustaining to him,
Mm,
because his magic resistance, you're gonna have to get through it. I can't switch it off.
okay. In which case, yep, I will be casting a Force 2 improved invisibility using reagents to push the limit up to 6.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Would you like to spend edge?
No, I would like to drop the spell and try again.
yeah, he straight up just does not turn invisible because of the resistance.
Oh, right. Then you're going to be taking the... What is the penalty for trying something again after you failed it once? -2? -1 per attempt, okay.
Fuck. Sure, I'll spend the edge on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 hit, improved invisibility on you. I spent 12 reagents so far. Let me just mark myself off for those reagents, and then... Okay, OG is next. Yeah, that's 3 hits, but sadly I am out of edge. I will actually spend a few more reagents and try again.
Did you only have one edge?
I only had the 1 edge left after summoning.
Oh, okay. That's rough. Are you just doing this on the side of the road, by the way?
I'm doing this in the van.
I imagine
But
it's not like on the side of the road, but as we are driving, since we can just sustain the spells wherever we
Okay.
happen to be.
Just checking.
Okay, that's 5 hits. That's 12 more reagents spent. And let me roll the drain. Cool. Shit, I should be rolling 13 dice. Cool. No drain so far. Cotton, you are next.
You probably want to do me last if I'm driving, by the way. That might freak people out. But no, there's auto driving software now. Oh, fuck it, hit me up.
And mirrored windows. And you are actually last because Kasa is doing it on herself, right?
That's right. Sorry. Durr.
Cool. I am satisfied with that.
5. Hells yeah.
No drain. Cool.
Oh shit! I forgot to buy a new trauma patch.
Well, let's hope we don't need it.
Okay. One last spell because Cotton, you are going to have improved reflexes cast on you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, your initiative is improved by +5 plus +5 plus 2d6.
As I go to put on my gear, I drop down my cowboy hat in the driver's seat and say, "Don't lose this."
I take it very carefully.
Are you ready to go? And I put my head back inside and don't put it on.
Okay.
I will know.
Okay. Yep. I am going to then tell my spirit to guard the team while they are on this quest to seek revenge and to rescue Kasa's cub, and to conceal them and make sure that they are not seen. So that is 2 services. One
Is that
to
the
conceal,
actual guard power, or just keep them safe?
keep them safe.
Okay.
Does he actually have guard? Yes, he
Does
does.
it-
He also has
does that-
magical guard.
Does that implicitly include the guard spell? Because that's, do you know what I mean? Because you're saying protect them, but go fig.
yeah. I'm not sure. I am leaving this up to Will's discretion on how staunchly he protects the team, but
He's not going to cast guard unless you tell him to cast guard.
Yes,
and that will be an extra service.
Mm-hmm. But I am explicitly going to tell him to conceal you. So that is that. I have 2 services left.
Okay.
And I have a splitting headache. But no drain!
This is a tremendous amount of strain, though. It's like when you can feel a headache coming on, like you just feel like congested and you're feeling stiff, like something's just siphoning the mana right out of you, and you're having to maintain concentration. It's not destroying you or anything, but it does take its toll.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I am at a -4 to everything, I believe. Let's see, I have 1 invisibility sustained through focus concentration. I have 2 more invisibility sustained, and I have an improved reflexes sustained. Oh, I'm only at a -3.
Sweet. I just stare at the comm link, and I'll send my fly spy up in there, and now you have a visual of the house from top down. Let us know if it gets weird. And the pilot is the autopilot, the dog brain. It's just I just told it to flap in the air and hover over this place. It's not going to do anything more interesting. So I guess if you wanted to control it, you could. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
I would not. I would not want to. I am also rolling abysmal dice for a lot of things.
Okay. I'm going to be running silent, and we may all want to be, what is it called? Since they have a tech defense here, I'm going to have all my shit off. I'm turning everything off.
I'm turning everything off except for the comlink and the fly spy, and a method to communicate with you folks.
So the comlink, that's your communication device, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, as far as the DNI, I mean, I have a micro transceiver. Does everybody else have one?
Yes. Yes.
That only does audio, though. Bear that in mind.
Okay.
Bear in mind
Using
that
the DNI, I'm using DNI from a data jack.
bear in mind that I am going to. Yeah.
Does anyone have anything on that can be detected by a decker or someone? I don't want us to trip any alarms. You know, we've got a great surprise in these people.
Yes, but again, that's why I'm slaving all the devices running on that communication network to my deck, so they've got my sleaze rating.
You're the exception.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. When I'm running that, when you guys your stuff is slaved to me and communicating with me, it gets my same degree of protection. As long as you don't walk up and plug your comlink into the enemy cyber deck, you'll be fine.
Okay, so we can have all of our stuff on, and you got it under control, right?
I can hold up to, not counting my shit, I can hold up to 8 other devices.
All right.
I don't think you can chain pans together.
I'm not chaining pins, but I can hold up to 8 of your devices on mine. So that would include a comlink that you're communicating with me, and if you had 1 or 2 other pieces of key gear you wanted the wireless on, I would suggest connect.
The fly spy. The fly spy is very important, I believe.
Okay. So you've got 8. You got 8 slots. If we all do a comlink, Kasa, do you have a comlink?
Yes. Just
okay.
You like duh.
Okay, yeah, I got one. So that's 4. That's 4 of your 8. Fly spy brings you into 3 spots. I would like my gun on there. That puts us in at 2. And if you 2 have guns, that'd be it, right? Okay, what kind of weapons do you have? I probably should have asked it at some point. I'm rusty.
A pistol might not be bad for me to have with the smart link available, but otherwise that'd be the only thing I need. Wireless.
Okay.
Cool. Leave a spot open in case we need to do something.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's hit it.
So, once I get on the roof, the first thing I'm gonna have to do is get direct access to one of those external cameras so that I can subvert their security system.
Okay, that's something like I think her plan at this point is to levitate you guys in mass over the hedge, and then invisible herself and levitate herself over the edge, and then like one by one levitate to the roof, just because it is kind of a strain.
Cool. Oh, I have a grappling
Let
hook.
us know if we're
Would that
about
come
to
in handy?
drop. Okay.
One thing. I have a grappling hook. So if you can make me silent, I'll just shoot it up there. We can all just shimmy up.
She'll nod. She can do that.
10-4. Let's levitate.
Whoosh,
Time to
whoosh,
storm the
whoosh.
castle, y'all.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
So I guess we're real quick levitating over, or the three of you, and then Kasa will drop the levitates and then levitate herself over, invisible, so that I can have some actual dice to do this with.
Well, you need to tell me the exact order you're going to do it. So you're levitating the group over first and then levitating yourself second.
Yeah.
So you levitate them over, drop the spell, then levitate yourself over.
Yep, but I need to invis myself.
Okay.
Yep, that's not how that works. Let me just double check the drink code on this. Okay. And then she invises herself and levitates over, and then drops her levitate spell.
Okay. Okay, let me just make some rolls.
Oh shit! Don't make rolls.
So
He's a British guy. I expected crumpets.
what is the lowest invisibility rating that I'm rolling against here, basically?
I think 5. Let me check. 5.
Force or hits?
5. Yeah, they're all 5 hit invisibilities.
Okay.
And they do have a -7 to detect.
Well, first I'm going to see whether they resist the invisibility at all. Okay. Okay. And it's a -7 to their
Mhm.
perception.
Yes, it is, because guardian spirits are amazing.
That tension, yo.
Okay. I'm guessing there aren't really any sneaking rolls to be made because you're not under your own control. But I've made my rolls. So you arrive on the top of the roof. It's do you guys want me to switch? I don't know. Switch over to the other one briefly. Yeah, it's you're fairly stable up here. You feel pretty good. What's the plan?
So I have that spirit I summoned earlier that I'm going to send on a search.
For
My child.
so
My baby.
find a
She
mountain
would have
lion.
she would have probably seen his aura and would be going off of that.
Okay, that'll work. Okay, go ahead and make your rolls.
Background count here is
1. Can't I swear to God. Okay, that's enough.
so that's
In 40 minutes, I'm sure you'll get a response.
let's hope we're not here that long.
For now, what are you going to be up to?
Stardust was doing some stuff.
Okay, Stardust.
Okay. So one of those cameras that are halfway up, focused downwards, I need a direct connection to them. I can try and sneak down myself and plug it in from behind, or someone far more stealthy than I can, and I can just give you the cable.
Before he does this, I'm going to put a hand on his shoulder to hold him back for one moment while I survey the area, which I will now do with a focus in detail perception check.
Okay.
That's +3, right?
Thinking caught him.
Okay.
I have never seen the +3 observe in detail thing in the book, but people keep telling me it
either.
exists.
I thought it was like +1 or 2, but if you say 3, fuck it, I'll take whatever you let me get away with, buddy. So that's
I'll get
14.
you that page number, sir.
Well, you did keep mocking the Brits, so take +2.
Oh. And as part of that, and I don't know if it's a separate roll or how you want to do it, but I have the magic helmet, for lack of a better term, on. So that's got motion sensor, ultrasound, Geiger counter, a MAD scanner, directional microphone, which really doesn't apply because I'm not aiming at anything in particular, an olfactory sensor, and a radio signal scanner. So is there anything interesting that would be picked up by 3 hits by any of those things, or should I roll separately for that?
I was assuming that first one was visual. If you want to do separate ones, then you definitely need to roll separately for them. But in terms of visual stuff, what you can see is a number of silhouettes, 4-legged silhouettes, stalking around the gardens, and a single bipedal person silhouette wandering around down there too.
A bipedal person, how droll. Okay. Bipedal. Okay, so there's how many 4-legged figures? There's several?
There's several. It's hard to get a real read on them because it's a large garden.
I see. About the size of, say, a dog? That's the general area we're in?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me.
Any idea what they might be?
How good is your eyesight from up here?
She has natural low light vision and is a predator.
Animal Kingdom. These look like hyenas to you.
Let's try another thing real quick. Within 7 meters.
There's not much up on the roof and in the attic below you just yet. Maybe see a pigeon roosting.
Are Are those dogs awakened?
No.
Okay.
But the figure that's walking around down there is. In fact, he appears to be dual-natured.
I'll sense him specifically.
Okie dokie. With 2 hits. The older sensing table I have to find.
Go to the important table section. It's on like the second or third page. 476. Get the subject's health, their general emotional state.
Ha. Okay. If I pull up this guy's sheet.
Oh, he has a sheet. That's not cool.
He seems sick. He seems happy. He's obviously awakened. He doesn't have any cyberware. You haven't seen his aura before.
Trying to see if she has anything that would infer what that illness could be. And I don't think she has anything close. But she will pass along the information of... Can I tell if he is just a... Oh, no, I guess I just get that he's dual natured, not whether or not he is a sensing or if it's a natural thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, she'll pass along the information.
You see him wandering along, tending to a number of plants around the place. He'll occasionally kneel down and mess around with something and get up and move on to another thing.
At 3 in the fucking morning.
Yes, at 3 a.m.
Oh, I don't like anything about this.
Hyenas
Anyway.
are nocturnal, right? I don't know.
I'm going to use my endoscope. Like, I'm assuming that little dome on top of this roof is an entrance. If it's not, that really jacks up my plan.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Okay.
It's like a skylight into the attic.
Is there a door?
Not really, no. It's just like inside that little dome. It's just like a skylight, so it's glass. You could
Okay.
probably open it if you fiddled around with it.
All right, Stardust. Now'd be a good time to start wreaking havoc on their electronics.
All right. Like I said, I need physical access to that camera to make this go smoothly without any chance of alarms.
Okay.
How far down is the camera?
He said less than 10 meters.
Okay.
I didn't have a specific distance.
Well, I have rope if you want to tie it around your, leg or something, and
His climbing claws pop out of his legs, and he slides on his gecko tape gloves. But, yeah, I'll take the rope just in case things go wrong.
You'll just start to fly.
It's about 7 meters down from the highest point on the roof.
Okay.
all right. I'm gonna give some really cool, like SWAT commands to Ogie, which mean come here, hold rope, do not let hacker die.
Sounds like a leadership check almost.
Nope, no, it
Case the
doesn't.
dice.
You would think it did, but it doesn't.
Is there the shot?
No,
Alright, I hate having to
Kasa will
start.
just levitate you and follow your instructions for up, down, pitch, yaw.
Oh.
She
Stardust
gets-
is very nervous around having magic cast on him because it tends to fail. He'll warn you about that.
Yeah, well, I got
You sure?
I only need one net hit to make you float, unless you weigh more than 200.
Alright. No, yeah, you got me.
Yep.
I'll still have the rope, thanks. Nothing against you. Just in case the... Do you want me to roll sneaking to get up on that camera, or do I just get up behind it and am able to
Yeah,
plug it?
you're going to need to roll sneaking. And I'm also going to roll for it to resist the invisibility.
Well, I'm gonna roll... Okay. Here's my
With
sneaking.
its object resistance, I believe.
Yeah, probably in the 9 range unless they're really, really
And
fancy
remember-
cameras.
They're
And
not.
Remember, if it beats me, we still have concealment up.
I know. I'm aware.
I got 7 hits on sneaking.
Okay. Yeah. So you lower yourself down, or you get levitated down to the camera.
Does it have a universal data connector on the back?
No.
Well, all right. I will swap in the induction module on my cyber deck,
Okay.
and I will tap my cyber deck against the back of the camera very gently.
So that's like a skin link for deckers.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the skin link for cyber deckers.
So you give it a bonk. And yes, you have. I don't know
Gentle
why you'd
love.
even ask. Why would you even ask if it had a universal data port? If you have that. Just bonk
Because then I
everything,
could have
think.
I could have gone back up onto the roof and done this with a cable.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why.
It's almost as if he doesn't like the idea of dangling precariously.
You know, I've done it enough times, but every time it happens that someone calls for me, we need Stardust, we need you VR, and then I end up hanging mid-air unconscious, and it makes me nervous. All right. Jesus, sorry, it's been a long time since I played Stardust. I used to have all of his pools memorized. I do not anymore.
Just make up a number.
Yeah, I'm making up this entire mission on the fly. It's,
That seems
we're all
right.
improving here.
I'm an AR, and I'm not on all my fun drugs. Now remember, I have a direct connection to it, so it just rolls its device rating against me, which you already told me was 1.
Yes. Don't worry,
Well,
I wasn't
device
going to try and
rating is
cheat you.
Hello, little friend. Just to save myself a bit of a headache, I'm going to go for 2 marks at once, which I believe is a -4. I think. For the last 2 marks, so I've got 3 marks.
Same resist. Yeah, it can't be.
Same resist.
So you get your 2 marks.
So I've got 3 marks on it and 3 marks on its master then.
Yes.
marks travel
So
up?
you have 3 marks on the security controller.
Okay. Well, that's all I can get from this little bugger. Reel me up.
And you will float on up to the roof.
I'm guessing you don't need to stay connected to keep those marks. You just have them now, yeah.
It's not how marks work. They just stay.
Good. Just checking.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform a trace icon action on the security controller.
A what's that? Sorry.
Trace icon.
Oh, okay.
And that's not a illegal action. It just resists with a device rating plus sleaze.
Yes, I have my cheat sheet now.
Because if I could just find this thing and steal it and or break it, that's the kind of decker I am. Like, I will do things completely in VR if I need to, but, you know,
Yeah.
there's a
so
kinetic solution.
you are able to trace it. It is in the mansion on the first floor. Sorry, I'll put you back over to.
Yep.
It is set up in the the library/den area there.
Okay. So I'm going to let them know that there's a good chance that they have, if they do have any matrix security or potentially even their security headquarters might be in the library.
With the candlestick.
It came to my mind too. Now, are the cameras slaved to this thing just the ones internally? Or are there external cameras too? or just the external ones, or their internal cameras and locks slave to this device?
There don't seem to be any internal cameras. There are locks.
Okay. So if they have an internal surveillance system, it's not on this network. I could get us eyes on everything to this network, but there's a slight chance we risk discovery. Let me know if and when you want me to take that risk. But for now, if we need anything done with the external security system, I can do that now.
Well, just make sure you know where all the parts of it are. Like what if there's any sensor systems or what is all the bullshit we're looking at, and if you can tell if they have any biomonitors hooked up.
Do they have any biomonitors slave to this thing?
Uh-huh.
Will?
There are no... Ooh, actually, that's an excellent question. Scroll through my notes. There are comlinks. There are biomonitors slave to the security controller.
Okay. Do I want to snoop it? I want to snoop it. But I also don't want to risk getting caught.
I mean, the worst could happen is that an angry cat lady kills you for getting between her and her cubs.
I feel like we need all the information. I mean, I could take this thing out and lay waste to all those things, but I feel like right now we need subtle intelligence on all that shit, right? So, here goes nothing. You just want me on your table. I just buy hits for my agent assistants, right? That's how I've been doing it.
Have you?
I remember. Yes, I remember. That's how you had me do it last time. Is that still your rule?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I'd rather you rolled it, to be honest, but I don't know what decision I made in the past.
Last time you made me buy hits, but I think that's because Cat was getting grumpy. I
probably was just saying, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Rather than actually making a decision. Because I'm the worst GM.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
Ha! That's why I asked you to roll it.
Alright.
Be happy it's a bad roll with the agent, not you.
Yep. Well, it's only got 11 dice to resist me.
How do you
this
know
thing isn't slave to anything else, right?
What, the security controller?
Yes.
No, it isn't. I believe you asked that question already.
Well, I did yesterday. I wanted to make sure something magical didn't happen in the interim.
Oh, yeah. Things are changing, but yeah, not that drastic.
Okay.
But things do change from day to day.
That was 2 hits. I don't know why GM rolled it. I'm going to edge that.
Okay.
Which brings me back down to 2 edge. Which makes me unhappy. I keep all 7.
Okay.
I really need to, after this, buy Codeslinger Snoop, because it seems like it's all I ever do.
So you successfully snoop. What are you snooping on? What are you looking
Everything. If you read the text on Snoop, I know all the information coming to or from this thing.
Okay. So the notable information, the most recent information, will be that the rigger, the guy who's like sitting at the security controller, has received an alert from one of the patrollers. Is the word he uses, patrollers?
Okay.
Saying it might have pinged something suspicious, possibly airborne, possibly a drone, possibly a materialized spirit. It's not sure.
Okay. Do we have a drone we can feed them as bullshit to cover our existence here?
Yes.
I I will inform the team of this. I will look through all the cameras that they are looking through, and I will read all the biomonitors and the logistical data from them that they are looking at, and read all the comlink stuff that they're being sent.
Oh fuck! It's the fly spot.
Gimme! I am recording all of this, and it's going into one of the big star panels I've got in my big central folder.
Okay. I don't know how much information you want from me, but it's just occasional confirmations that a certain area is fine. They're checking in periodically. Like every 5 minutes or so, just like pinging each other, and there's also just chatting. Because this is a fairly cushy job for them. There are 6 comlinks. 7 including the rigger, but 6 guards actually like wandering this enormous mansion.
I'm typing out my big list.
Oh jeez. I'm scared. Well, he types out that big list. Does anyone else want to do anything? Oh, okay.
How about we, Ogie and I, possibly sneak down and find this rigger guy, knock him out, and that will put them into a very vulnerable position. Or should we go straight for the goal?
I say we go straight for the goal, because if you knock out this rigger guy, then the whole system starts to be on alert because they start wondering where he went.
Yeah, I mean, right now I could. Is he in VR?
The rigger?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, I could break this. I could break the security controller and completely knock out their system, but that would let them know we're here.
Which is, what else can the security system do except detect us?
Right now, act as our eyes and ears.
No,
Tell
well,
us
I guess what I'm saying, you have a system that can detect us, and you can destroy it, thereby having it detect us. Do you see what I'm saying? Is there any
The
benefit?
difference between them knowing where we're at in the building and know someone is attacking them?
Yeah, I would say leave it alone for right now, and we need to hurry up and start moving. So I want to use my endoscope at this point. I want to relay this plan, so that's how I tend to operate. I'll relay the plan and wait 5 seconds for someone to act until I do it. I'm going to take my endoscope out of my bag and work it around the next doorway from this little glass enclosure going down to the top floor, or the attic, or whatever it is.
I'm on board with that.
If people stress that they're getting a little tense about this, Kasa will settle for just getting her child back.
That's no fun.
I mean, she really wants to maul the guy in a very primal manner, but
And I'm very prepared for that. So let's keep going with the plan. I'm not that nervous. This looks like a pretty easy.
I'll tell you what.
nut.
Once we've got your kid out, I'll nuke the security system, and if you want to go and murder him in the chaos, you can go murder him in the chaos.
Wild mountain lion mauls rich bastard. Subtext: he possibly had it coming.
It's like, now that we think about it,
You'd certainly feel like you could get the new druidic movement on
It'd
your
be,
side on that one.
It'd be a British tabloid, so it had to have a really good title. Like I don't know if he was like if he was an old guy, it would be like Spotted Dick eaten by lion. I don't know, something like I don't know. I can't put it together right now, but it'd be something interesting.
It has to rhyme. No matter what it has to rhyme. So.
Anyway, so I'm gonna endoscope around that corner, and what do I see? An attic, a second floor. What am I scoping out?
So sorry, let me switch back over to the thing. What's it? So you're going to the glass thingy?
Yeah, the glass thingy. I'm going to go inside the glass thingy.
And you're going to flip your endoscope down through like a crack or something?
Well, presumably there's a stairwell, or I don't know, something.
Well, you'd need to open the window to get into the attic, and then it would be a drop down.
Okay, that's so. Yeah, I'm gonna I assume this door. I'm looking at the decker and say, does this door have any type of electronic bullshit? Because I'm about to open it up.
Yeah, status per your questions. This window does have a motion sensor on it.
Oh yeah, that's what we're waiting for. I was trying to get that was
So
one
it's
of
a
those things.
it's a wireless motion detector. Is it slave to this thing? Because
Yeah,
remember,
it's-
these things can
that's what
only
I'm-
have.
That's what I'm telling you. Is it's slave to the security controller.
Shit. So here's the tricky part.
Garbage in, garbage out it.
Yeah. Well, I can garbage in it, garbage out it. The problem is that I'm rolling against even though I've got 3 marks on the thing, I'm rolling against its full rating, unless I have a direct connection to the motion sensor. Where is the motion sensor actually located?
The motion.
Physically.
Yeah, the motion sensor is on the inside of the window, and it's to detect when the window or if the window opens.
This
Then
has
it
happened to me.
triggers.
This has happened to me exactly this way before, and I swore I was going to buy a glass cutter,
So
and then I forgot to buy a glass cutter.
here's a question I have. The motion center is just to detect when the window moves or when the glass also moves?
When the window moves, that's what it's there for. It's on the frame.
Okay.
Um,
You said you were going to buy a glass cutter?
Yes.
I seem to remember the situation.
Yeah.
If you explain the situation, Kasa can handle this.
Okay. Would you also say that a lockpicking kit has a glass cutter involved in it? Because there's no way to actually just buy one unless you get it as a cyber finger, which is ridiculous.
I would a lockpicking kit like a toolkit, or just the
Yes.
lockpick set.
Like the lockpick set.
So not a toolkit. If it's not a toolkit like a B&E toolkit, then I probably wouldn't. If it's a lockpick
Okay.
set, that's just specifically for picking locks. Oh, there's some
Note to
ambiance.
self. Note
got
to
you.
self. Buy a damn toolkit.
All right.
What was
Kasa,
was the ambiance the thunder that's at my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I can't.
Kasa's got this.
I'd have lightning strike you guys, but that's another run of mine.
Yeah, if she can cut away in. That'll work.
Yeah, I'm expecting a certain
Or we
stealth
can
or
just hack this
silence.
thing. We can just hack them. Why don't we just hack the motion detector so we can open the door like normal people?
None of this is like normal people.
Because cutting the glass is easier than hacking it.
How are we gonna, like? You mean like cut a glass? Like, okay, we cut the glass. What does that do? We just walk into a giant glass plane.
No, we cut the glass and then we cut the glass wide enough to get something to plug into the motion sensor so that I can hack it without raising an alert.
Oh, sure, sounds good to me.
Kasa's gonna take shift her armor jacket around her fist, and if nobody stops her, she's winding up to punch that glass.
I'm stopping that.
Yeah, no.
Security procedures. Will a motion detector detect that?
Go ahead and roll it. And I
Security
also need to
design.
check. Did you roll stealth or silence?
So
Because stealth gives a penalty to hear it. Silence cuts off the.
Okay.
no, she has the it's the stealth spell.
This motion detector in particular probably won't.
Yep.
It's to detect whether the window opens.
So yeah,
So-
it's basically like those little buzzers. It's just if someone opens the frame, it knows, right?
Yeah. If someone heard the glass shattering, obviously that would trigger an alert from like just people.
Yes, but
But we know that there's nobody directly.
are there
underneath
cameras in that?
this.
Are there cameras in that room that would also detect the window being broken?
There do not appear to be any cameras on the interior of the building that you can see.
Stardust will not stop Kasa. Can't speak to her subtlety, but I would rather if we get caught, it's not my fault.
So here the window has been silenced, so it will not make sound when it is broken, and there is a physical barrier on the um, on the other side of it, like coming out from the wall, to catch the glass so that it does not fall down onto the ground.
Okay.
So, but Ogi made mention that he was going to stop her, so she's going to look at him like, yes. And then just kind of look around like for anybody
Kasa,
to.
you can't break this window. It's got a detection system on it.
The detection system won't detect the glass being shouldn't detect the glass being broken. The noise might though.
It will not make any noise. As I double check how many hits I got on. Yeah, I got like 4 hits on that. I'm confident with that level of.
Okay. If you, because I know you did shut me up, so I'm aware of what. Are you going to make it silent?
She nods.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Everybody, clench your clench your butts tight. Here we go.
It's happening. Okay. So, first I need to see if anyone resists the stealth spell.
We have.
You said you got
access to the cameras and stuff. Was there anybody in that room?
There are no cameras on the interior.
Okay. Well, we have the location of their comlinks then. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she
Is there
would not.
anybody in that room?
She would not falcon punch the window when there is somebody in the room. That's retarded.
There's no one in the room. It's the attic.
Okay.
It's more for people on the upper floor just hearing the glass, resisting the spell.
Hold on. We have something that can shoot acid, don't we?
It's a spirit that can shoot acid. That seems significantly more.
I thought you
Yeah,
picked
obvious.
electricity.
I picked
that's
electricity.
true. Can't use the acid trick this time.
Okay, there appears to be some confusion about where you guys are. So you guys are on the roof. Below you is the attic. There's nobody in the attic, but there are 3 people patrolling the top floor. And those guys would get a chance to resist the spell to see whether they had a chance to hear it. So they would roll to resist the spell, and if they did, they would get a perception check. Does that make sense?
Even then, we're not completely screwed because then we can just listen over their comms to see if they noticed it. And if they come up there, we just hide on the roof, and potentially it's just the glass broke. Sometimes things break. It's raining outside.
We could crash
Yeah?
the fly spy into it. Blame it on the fly.
Yeah,
spy.
we dropped the fly. They already think someone saw a drone flying over it, so it looks like a dumb fly spy crashed into it.
Okay, so long as everyone is happy with the plan, I'm going to roll the resistances. Is it a physical spell, or?
Yes.
Okay. Well. I'm sure it'll all be fine, you guys.
You don't agree with the plan's life choices, but you accept it nonetheless.
That was
Okay.
ominous.
Wow.
Intuition plus logic. Versus how many hits did you get on the stealth?
I believe 4. Yep, 4. It's a force 4 spell for.
Okay. So you don't see any indication that anyone noticed that on the comms.
Next most important question: did the glass break?
You are like what strength?
7.
Did you do physical damage?
Yeah, she feels like physical damage as like her base punching. Because she is.
Then yes, the glass shatters and is caught on your physical barrier.
She will step away and kind of motion to it to somebody to plug up a thing.
I'm sorry.
Somebody was looking to plug directly into the motion sensor, so.
Yeah. Well, is the whole window gone now? Is it? Because it might be a little.
Basically.
Okay. There's
Well,
not
I
much
was imagining it as like a little like 6-inch by 6-inch glass window, because that's what it looks like on the picture.
Okay, so
I was imagining like smash window, reach in, attach thing, do thing.
This is like the window is kind of inside that little dome thing you can see. It's a skylight leading down. That's what you smashed. The thing in the roof of the attic.
Okay, so we could just go in through this hole now.
Yes.
All right, so she's going to take a moment to lift the shards of glass up on the physical barrier and put it over top of the roof, and then kind of just like lower it all the way down, and then stop sustaining the spells.
Okay. So the glass kind of comes to a clinking rest on the roof. Everyone's
exactly
sweating a bit.
Call it clinking, but yes.
I'll scoop that shit off of the goddamn barrier. We're very sneaky right now. Just gently glide it off the translucent barrier and just kind of cup it and lead it in a small shining pile.
As I keep saying, physical barrier, best spell.
Oh, it is. Is it raining right now?
In game?
Yes.
It's an excellent question.
I mean,
So
I
I'll
feel
look
like
up
it
the
kind
London
of
weather.
has to be, given as, we have the pleasant cotton background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel like the
It's
thunder
London.
rolling.
It's London. But this mansion does have its own private biosphere above it to block acid rain from being acid rain. So it's just a rather pleasant misty drizzle.
Yeah, either that or it needs to just start raining, It's like, oh, here they go, and now to sell it.
You smash the window, and as soon as you do, there's a thunderclap, and the rain starts.
All right. We're gonna need it. This is another run that I forgot to bring a roll of duct tape and some trash bags, because that would. This is essential equipment. I am not a cut out to B&E anymore. Where is my duct tape and trash bags?
Write yourself a note, an alarm, or something to
Yeah. Okay. Do we have something we can prop up so after we've descended down this window, there's not a distinct spray of rain?
It looks like it's a
into
dome, so that should be fine to just get in. I feel like we're overanalyzing this situation when it's not that serious.
Okay. My only concern is someone noticing that there's a bunch of rainfall through the skylight, but I think we shouldn't worry too much about it. We'll be fine.
Yeah, this is taking like an insane amount of time to get down this roof.
It's going into the attic where nobody is, so I don't feel like it'll be.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. We're in the attic. I keep imagining we're like dropping into some art gallery or something. My brain is set on us descending down slowly with laser lights everywhere, or with laser tripwires.
Like some Mission Impossible shit.
Yep. No, we're just sneaking into the attic. Yeah, we should be fine. Take that, motherfucker! You mess with it. You mess with Shadowrunners, and you get water damage in your attic. Fuck you.
I mean, he's gonna get a lot worse than that, but
Yeah, he's gonna have a real sore throat soon.
Okay,
So,
let's
upwards and
sneak
onwards?
into the attic. Which security features are barring up between us entering the attic and going into the rest of the home? The estate. Hello?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, you're asking what's between you and the rest of the estate?
In terms of security features, yes.
Nothing but a attic door, that'll come down from the ceiling around this area. If you see on the map on the upper floor, the loft area that I'm pointing to.
Okay. And what security features are in the loft? And are there any security features on the attic door?
No, there only seem to be the one on the window.
We're in. If you could put little marks on this map with maybe a bit of color anywhere there's a camera or a lock or something, that'd be awesome.
Okay. There are no cameras on the interior.
Okay.
I will mark where the guards are, based on their comm links. Which I swear I was going to do before you asked. Maybe I should make that slightly larger. So those 3 splotches are where the guards are on the upper floor. They're kind of wandering around. They're not really stationary, but they're kind of patrolling up and down that hallway, occasionally ducking into a room. But this one on the far right seems to be pretty much stationary. In terms of locks, there's a lock on the master suite. That's pretty much all there is. There are locks on the other bedrooms, but like they're not active. Like there's no one there.
So what are they broadcasting in terms of constant communication? They've got like a line open that they can talk into. Does it look like they're using DNI or microphones?
Microphones. They're communicating, and like basically what's happening is the rigger is like taking minutes. Like he's logging, so and so checked in this time, so and so checked in this time.
And do they have biomonitors or visual feeds that they're broadcasting?
No visual feeds, but they do have biomonitors.
Okay.
But they're also pretty visually connected.
Okay.
Like they can just see each other quite easily. They occasionally wander out of each other's lines of sight, but for the most part, they can see each other.
And keeping in mind the security thing can only hold up to 15 devices. Are the biomonitors slaved, or are they just communicating?
The biomonitors are just communicating.
Oh, goody. What device rating are those biomonitors?
That is an excellent question. Let me look at what the rating of a biomonitor is.
Okay.
It is device rating 2.
Okay. I can completely bypass their biomonitors if you guys need me to.
What does that mean, bypass? Like, just shooting?
So here's what I can do. I can turn off I can trick their biomonitors so that they don't report when a guy goes down. And then I can, they're using verbal communication, like actual audio signals. So if you do that silent spell again, you could keep them from communicating if we're ambushing them and taking them out one at a time.
You can stop 6 biomonitors from working?
Yep. Easy.
10-4. Well, let's
That's the weird thing about the Matrix. It's almost the line between nearly impossible and incredibly easy is very arbitrary.
keep in mind they can also see each other. They're not that far apart. They're only, 40, 50 feet from each other.
Clearly, you've never seen a bad horror movie where you just go to the guy that's last in line and you take him out, and then you take out the guy that was ahead of him in line.
So fake a medical emergency with these biomonitors. Make that one of them think that he's about to have a stroke. That's a terrible idea. Ignore that.
Yeah, that was... Okay, let's open the door, knock this guy out, and drag him back around the corner into the bathroom, and say hello to the master suite.
Oh, he's in
door. Oh,
the suite by himself? Do we know?
Well, no, he's by himself, but the guards all have their comm link slave to the security system. Presumably, he doesn't.
Does the door here leading into the hallway have a lock on it that's slave to the rest of the place?
The door there.
Yes.
That isn't a door. That's just an archway.
Okay.
So there's a clear line of sight through that hallway.
Okay.
Sorry, if there is any part that isn't clear from that
Okay.
perspective, please do ask me.
You'll have to move really quick taking that guy out. But here, let me disable his biomonitor for you. Um,
Well, and from the loft to the attic, what kind of doorway is this? Like one of those like push down ladder things?
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
I have no idea how to do this silently.
You have a mage apply silently stuff to it.
All right, so we're going to drop that door and then just light this guy up, and then drop down quickly and take out the other two guys before they get a word off. Meanwhile, our hacker is hackifying all the things.
you could. Here's a question: could you make him invisible against his will?
Yes?
So you could render him invisible, have someone take him out, and then
That does not sound like a good plan. Mages are not known for initiative.
Kasa just gonna kind of give you.
I'm
Oh shit!
gonna spin a point of edge.
Look who-
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Look who got cocky.
Jesus.
Down to 1 point of edge. Great. Okay.
You shouldn't have gone for 2 marks.
Yeah. All right, and garbage in, garbage out it, so that when it detects injury, it reports back that everything's normal.
Okay.
If memory
Alright,
serves,
so-
Scott,
I'm
When,
not
uh,
spinning my last point of edge on that. Goddammit.
when they worked together before, there was some strange combat shenanigans that went on, and you made mention that mages are not known for their initiative.
Yeah, that's true. They're
That is.
not known for it commonly, but that is an exception.
Mages are known for their initiative, I'd say.
Sort of. All right, so the plan is unleash Ogi upon him. I think.
Sure.
I'm
Down
going to
from the
assume
tree.
that you guys are going to wait until, like, he's as isolated as possible, right? So this guy on the left is probably going to be investigating or patrolling around up there at some point.
I mean, my preferred thing in this situation would be to have the guy walk past the opening into the attic, have us open the attic, and just lift him right up into it like a Batman scenario. But I understand if that's not completely possible.
He's not really patrolling. He's just right next to the master suite door, just
Okay.
standing there.
Cool, let's do it. And we would wait till, I mean, the other two were mobile. We would obviously like watch them patrol, and as they went around the corners and whatnot, and we had the best shot at it. So, if we could sit here for a few minutes and watch their patrol route, unless that's an Overwatch problem.
If you look at where I've placed them
About a
now,
half hour before it even begins to become a problem.
All right, let's hit them. Let's cast that silent spell. Let's kick open this door. Ogie, you take that guy out, and I'll help you with him, and/or move down the hallway to the other guy.
okay, so you're casting stealth on Ogie, sorry. That's the one that stops audio.
Stops him from making noise.
OG is still invisible.
To my knowledge.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
I assume my garbage in, garbage out also covers unconsciousness. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
If
And
this
one-
triggers an alert, it doesn't trigger an alert. Is what I put it as.
One quick question: will you be able to deck the other guys? As we take these guys out, can you keep up with us, knocking these things down?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. So, Ochi, how are you handling this?
All right, looking for a ruling for you on this one here. Can I use finishing move with nerve strike?
Where are
Martial arts and adept powers blending together in an unholy union. I love it.
Finishing move.
And quick question: I'm not silent, am I? The area's not silent. Sorry.
No, she can only do single target silent things. So at the moment, the door and Ogie
Okay.
or OJ. I mean, if you ask, she can silence some other things too, but it's getting to be a bit of a strain.
That's
I don't know how anyone else would rule it, but I am willing, because of the wording of the martial art. It just says you make an attack and then you make another attack at +2.
Okay.
I'm willing to let you do it.
Sounds good. Is it a +2 hit or is it a +2 DV?
I'm pretty sure it's a +2 to hit.
+2 dice.
Yeah, +2 dice modifier.
Okay, that works then. Then my job is basically try to get the guy as quickly as I can. Basically when he's isolated, right? That's the plan I'm hearing from everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I jumping down from the ceiling or something, or what?
Yeah, I think that's basically it.
There is a loft ladder that needs to be extended that you would need to either run down or jump down from and then attack him. It wouldn't be the most glamorous assault.
And we have
Sorry, say again, I couldn't
APDS.
quite do that.
We have APDS. I mean, I'm loath to take another
No,
human
we're not
life.
shooting people. Not
Okay.
killing them. No.
So basically, if you're going to go for it, I need to know who's opening the ladder and extending the ladder. Then I'm going to roll a surprise test for him. And if he succeeds, I'm going to roll initiative. And we'll go from there.
Keep in mind
man.
the 3 hits on the stealth on the door, and the stealth plus invisibility on the OG.
Yes, but the ladder is still going to extend, and he's going to see that.
Right, I'm just...
Stardust.
Okay, OG is dealing with a screaming child.
Stardust, you open the door, or grab either bio monitors, however you want to do it.
Door's not wireless. Anyone with hands can open the door.
Right, but I want to aim at the door to shoot.
Okay, I'll open it for you.
Okay.
Let me grab the biomonitors real quick so that we don't have to worry about them.
Also, Cotton, keep in mind that you did get a 5-hit improved initiative on you.
Very aware. I'm very happy.
Yep.
Hold on. It's not their master, but is the security controller the owner of those devices, those biomonitors?
That's a good question. No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Ownership in the Six world is super weird. I thought I'd ask. So here's my forked hack on the fly versus the 2 biomonitors. I'm doing this 1 mark at a time because I don't want to make an ass of myself again. 1, 2, 3. What's my OS, by the way?
It's just been the hack on the flies and I don't think you've really been here long enough for it to be a time.
No, it hasn't.
Correct.
Nope.
So your OS is. So roll the last thing. 9.
I mean, I knew that was gonna go. And
The OS is 9.
God damn it! Those 3 hits. I was rolling so good earlier. I can't waste my last point of edge on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it fails, it's a sleaze, right? Well, never
Yep.
mind. Too late now.
Well, we're done. Well, I got them all done.
Okay.
Like 11 OS. And he'll
The
check
ones.
his OS.
Yeah, it is 11. The ones up top have all had their biomonitors hacked. So,
They can,
someone is opening the attic door, the ladder. Correct? Who is doing that?
Like Stardust will. If he's busy, I will.
I'll open it. We're also going to
Okay.
try and... Can we try and time this to right after their last check-in, so we've got a while before their next check-in is supposed to come around?
You can try your best.
Okay.
If you want to time it so that it's past it's right after the last check-in, they're not going to be in these kind of ideal positions in terms of lines of sight.
Well, they're doing the chickens on a regular schedule, right?
Yeah.
As we're striking at this moment, how much time do we have until the next one?
Let me roll.
Okay.
4 minutes.
That should be fine. I think, yeah.
Up to you.
It had better be. How long has it been since I set the spirit on the search?
About like 3 minutes.
Okay.
3, 4, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 18 minutes, an hour. Something like that. I escalated. Okay. So, Cotton is opening the door. The ladder starts swinging down. I'm going to roll a surprise test for this guard. Threshold 3. He doesn't make it. So, OG, you are going to have a surprise test. A surprise round, rather, on this
poor
guard.
guy.
So come on, Bus, do your stuff, as Miss Frizz would say.
Oh god, I just realized what you said. He might
Is
be
that not
still,
a cool thing to say? He's dealing with a child. Oh. Oof.
Hang on. Let me edge that.
Bearing in mind you are also using an edge to do the finishing move in the first place.
I haven't used any edge, so I'm good.
Also, he can't resist it, so... Yeah, that's rough, but you get the
Alright,
follow-up at a +2.
That first one is a -2 then to, or sorry, the -3 to his reaction.
Okay.
I'm going to reduce his reaction by 3.
Is there any kind of soak that he
No.
resists it by? Okay,
No,
cool.
it's just net hits.
Excellent.
That's
Because this
the beauty.
guy, as you leap down, this guy, I should mention, is clearly of Aslan descent. And he is quite tooled up. Like, this guy looks pretty beefy. He's wearing security armor. As you strike him, you can kind of feel the toughness that comes from augmented skin and augmented bone. And even though he's been surprised by you, you can see he's starting to react a lot faster than someone who otherwise might be entirely surprised, would be. But it's too late because
Yeah.
you've hit him with with like
I
10
doubt
10
his reaction is
points.
greater. His reaction is less than 8 or less than 10, right? Or right?
His reaction is 6. So
Yeah.
you kind of see this what you would recognize as this kind of trained wear response, where like his muscles start to move almost involuntarily in response to what you're doing, but it's too late. You strike him in just the right spots, and he starts to fall.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh no, the tension.
All right, so wait, so I hit him, he's down? I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
He is currently falling, yeah.
Then I'll use my gratuitous free actions to catch and grab, so he doesn't make his noise.
Excellent.
So.
That is what I wanted to hear. So you grab him. What do you do immediately after grabbing him?
How much can I do? I'm down to just freeze at this point, so...
Well, this is essentially no longer combat because no one else has seen you. So it's basically what you plan to do with this unconscious.
Yeah, has he got trodes on him? That's going to be... Well, he's got a helmet on, right? So...
He isn't actually currently wearing a helmet. He has quite beefy security armor, but no helmet indoors.
Yeah,
Check for DNI. They're using the actual microphones.
Yeah, I'm looking for DNIs and stuff, basically. I'm trying to be like data check or something. That's my immediate issue.
He has basically essentially like a Bluetooth headset that he was speaking into. Like a subvocal microphone.
Oh, so then basically no DNI is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem to be wearing trodes. It seems to be good.
Hang on a second, I gotta deal with something here.
Okay.
If we get the all clear from Oogie, we can probably just all file down.
Well, there are still 2 guards on this floor, so I want to know what's happening with the body first.
I'm clear. I'm basically once I'm sure he's clear of things he can found with. Was our plan to bring him up into the attic as well, or we just get him off to the side? Because I've been.
We levitate him up into the attic.
I can lift him up the attic, for God's sake. I got a 9 strength. I'm fucking huge.
Yeah. Why don't you just take him into the attic?
Yeah. We'll take him to the attic and then put some metal restraints on him, which I happen to have.
Well, he probably has some restraints too. Does his biomonitor and shit give his position constantly to the...
No. That's why he has to check in.
Okay, cool.
His comlink gives a rough location of where he is. Whether they're specifically monitoring that, like you were, is another question.
I'm going to very quickly search his person and toss his comlink over in the direction of Stardust.
Okay, it's quite easy. It
I don't know
is
if you need it.
A Hermes icon.
Do you have anything interesting on him, or do I need to roll a search thingy? I don't know.
If you want to search him, you absolutely can. Go ahead and roll perception with a search modifier.
I have no idea what that is.
Search is a specialty you can have. I assume you don't have.
Nobody
does.
Because no one does. It's right. Boom.
No one except law enforcement NPCs.
Exactly.
So he has a stun baton on him and a Browning Ultra Power light pistol. Is that a light pistol or a heavy pistol? I think it's a
The
light
Browning Ultra Power is a light pistol, I believe.
Yeah, that's what he's got. It is loaded with stick and shock ammo.
Excellent. Okay. Yep, that's all he's got. That's he's out like a light, and
I'm not sure if he's really unconscious. I think he's just paralyzed.
Yeah, he's just paralyzed. He's getting paralyzed for like hours, is what it's going to be. So you just train pack the shit out of him.
Okay, that's fine, man. He's not moving, so he can hang out there in the attic and freak out.
Mm-hmm.
Oogie, you up for round number 2?
Yeah, I can go after another one.
Okay.
So what's the plan? What are you guys?
The plan's for Oogie to hit that guy in the back of the head.
Which guy?
Mark me which one. That one's left? Okay.
Yeah, I'll back you up. I'm going to go behind you, but I'll be hanging back. Less people to be detected, and you should be pretty good against that guy anyway, and you're more of a melee guy. So, and I'm not silent, and all I have is a pistol. It's a taser pistol, so usually GMs will say it's slightly quieter, but it's still a fucking pistol.
Mhm.
Or a taser, whatever.
When are you planning to attack this guy? Because he was patrolling up the other end of the corridor as this happened. So he's walked a few more steps as you've carried this guy up into the loft.
I would say, get, right here, if you can make it there before he sees you. And when the dude turns around, and he comes by, we'll get him when he's isolated, or if he comes over here to investigate, you just hit him in the back of the head. And then this dude will do something, and I'll attempt to run at him. I don't know if our Decker can shut his communications down or not.
Or I can just narco jet him from range when he's isolated enough and his back's turned. So he should go down before he has a chance to react.
Cool. If we're quick, we can hit them before they see each other. Pop, pop.
If they're that close, do them both. I could try, but
Do you need stuff silenced?
I'm already
Yes.
stealth, so I wouldn't need it.
I
Well,
do.
You mentioned oh, I got 3 hits on your pistol.
Yeah, and I have it's a light fire, so it's about as silent as we're ever gonna make it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait, my Ingram Smart Gun is a suppressed gun, isn't it?
Mhm.
Never mind. I'm good. I want to pull that back out.
Suppressed does not mean silent, but yes.
Damn. Damn.
So I have a
Well,
question. This comlink, is it like locked and not recognizing me as a user, or was he basically just controlling it with a thumb pad?
The comlink, yeah, it's not really recognizing you. Like, he didn't have it unlocked.
Okay.
It has a passcode or like a fingerprint or something.
Well, then I'll use his fingerprint and
I
biometrics
don't really
to
know
unlock
how.
it.
Yeah, I think that probably works out.
He's not unconscious. He's perfectly conscious. I can use his actual freaking fingerprint to unlock it, and then once I've got it unlocked, I'll switch off the location function.
Okay. That sounds fine to me. You switch off Find My Friends, the app, and he blinks off of the network.
I still want him connected. I just don't want him locating it, sending his location.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, he's like his icon, like in terms of spatial wherever,
Yep.
is not there. So, Cotton and Oji, I believe you wanted to try and grab these guys.
Yeah, we're going to hit them as fast and hard as possible. I'll be following him slightly behind as he approaches asshat number 2, who I will mark as such, and I'll be backing him up in case asshat number 3 comes down.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're going to join up around here. They definitely have eyes on each other about now.
Oh, well, we can just wait.
You want to wait until they start walking back?
Yeah, I want to wait till something else changes. They're talking. You let me know if you give me a narration of what they do.
Okay.
I will let you know when I give the go code, or
So
Ogie will.
They head over here and they start talking to each other.
What are they saying over the? I'm snooping.
They're talking to each other, like using their voices.
Are microphones on, or did they turn their microphones off?
They have push to talk enabled.
Oh, jerks!
I'm going to hold on. I have a directional microphone, so I'm going to aim the directional microphone at them, their general location.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an audio perception then, with a bonus rating equal to whatever the rating of that microphone is.
Okay. Let's see. It is 5. That's the sensor array. I
Okay.
get a little bit weirded out. And the helmet has a device rating of 2. There's a sensor array that has a rating of 5, and then there is the excuse me, what is it? The microphone doesn't even have a rating itself. It's just a thing you have or you don't have.
Okay.
I think.
Well, then you're
Let's say
right.
2.
So as Cotton like takes out his microphone, he's like fiddling with it. OG just like has a listen with his regular ears and gets 5 successes, which is a lot. So what you hear these guys talking about is one of them says they find anything out in the gardens, anything what one of those patrollers saw, and the other one responds, no, but they've got Koenig out there looking. I'm sure it's nothing, but we'll keep an eye out anyway. With any luck, someone's trying to cause mischief, and we can put them down.
Oh. How loud are gas grenades?
Fairly loud. I mean, they're still little explosions.
Damn. Oh yeah, louder than a suppressed gunshot. Nothing bolts. Yes.
I had trouble hearing that too. Solon, did he say K9? K-Nig. Okay. Kasa, well, I guess I didn't hear that in character.
Well, I assume everyone's sharing info. Anyway, these guys are going to keep chatting for a couple minutes.
And we're gonna wait for them to stop talking to each other. Oh, wait, what was the answer on that? What's louder, a suppressed gunshot or a gas grenade going off?
A suppressed gunshot.
That's louder.
They're both pretty loud, but I'd assume that a gunshot would be louder.
It sounds to me like a gas grenade going off is just a hiss of gas being released, right?
I guess so, if it's like a CS gas thing, but those
it
aren't fast acting.
Yeah. I feel like it wouldn't explode with explosive force because, I don't know.
Yeah, I have neurostun grenades.
I feel like we're slightly overthinking this.
Okay, we just wait for them to separate. I'm okay with that. Wait for them to get on the opposite ends of a wall, and then we'll send forward the Yogi.
Okay, well, what happens first is these two kind of link up in the hallway and start walking down it together. Do you take any action, or just?
And we're still just so we're here. We're like inside the loft, right?
Yes, unless you have moved down. You are inside the loft.
Kept all 9 hits to hide along the wall here, just kind of clinging to the side.
Yeah. Oh, wait, if they go, if they're around the corner, they can get wrecked. So be prepared for everyone to do their job.
Okay, so one of them stays back around the staircase here, and the other walks over here, and stops. So Stardust, you hear the footsteps coming along, and then the footsteps stop. Do you take any action?
I'm gonna DNI Ogie. You want to get number 1, and I get the guy in the back.
So you're gonna rush him?
Sure. I got a suppressed gun. If y'all are okay with a suppressed gun going off, that's the plan.
Okay. If you're gonna rush them, then I'm
taser.
gonna roll surprise checks for them.
Reality.
Yeah, let's just hit them.
Static is killing me. Fuck. Okay.
So one of them is going to
Right.
get a bonus because he has just seen something suspicious and that his friend isn't standing there. So he's going to roll for surprise. He makes it. Second one also makes it. So it's time for initiative, everyone.
Yes. Initiative. Nothing can go wrong. Do I get an extra D6 on my initiative, Mr. Mage? Hello?
He may have just gone. How many hits did you get?
You got 5, so is it like +5 or is it +5 and 1d6?
It's +5 to your initiative, like to the base number, and then I think it's plus a d6 for every 2 hits. So plus
Shit.
2d6.
Jesus. There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on the old initiative here. So Kasa, OG, Stardust, Cotton, Guard 1, Guard 2. 16, 22, 31, 13, 22, 24. Rightio. You just rearrange these. Cotton seems to be the winner in initiative. So go ahead and make your move, sir.
Actually, it's my move. I've got adrenaline surge. I always go first.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Most Cotton's got it. I always go first.
I'm never gonna go first. You fucking edge
Should
or you
I
fucking
be rolling-
initiative machines.
Yep. Should I be rolling Spirit's initiative, or is it not yet in protection mode yet?
It'll come into play the next combat turn if things aren't resolved by then,
Okay, cool.
because no one's been attacked yet.
All right, I need a confirmation on a rule thing. If I subdue this guy, can I prevent him from being able to use his radio?
Yes, if you subdue him, you can basically just like cover his mouth and stop him from doing his thing. He presumably needs to press a button or something.
Well, he see me, right? Which means he knows what's happening.
Not
Right.
really. He's seen that the guy is missing, so he's on alert, and he's not surprised. So he'll basically be able to defend. If you don't do anything, he won't start attacking you guys because he doesn't know you're there.
Not to get overly rules lawyery, but even if you someone is made surprise, if they don't spot you with a perception test before the attack, you can still get surprised, I thought. Or they still don't get defense.
No, you always have a surprise.
Okay,
Cool.
I was
Period.
mistaken.
Yep, you always get to make the roll. You might not make it, but you always get it.
Okay.
You guys are invisible though, so there will be. It will be difficult for them to melee fight you, certainly.
Yeah, all right. We'll just screw it. I'm just going to drop down and just try to do a subdue check. Just that's all I can really do. So I'm assuming got superior position bonus at this point then?
You get a what bonus?
Superior position.
Certainly, because he can't see you. He's basically going to be taking the blind fight penalty, which I believe is a -6. So just let me know what he resists with.
Just your usual melee resist.
Okay. Okay. So you get 1 net hit on your subdual.
What is his physical limit?
His physical limit is 9.
Oh, thank God. I barely managed to hold him.
Okay. All right, so you have him in basically, I'm guessing, like a chokehold.
Yeah, invisible duel. Yep.
Yeah, he's confused, but you're grabbing him. His friend sees his guard 2 basically sees guard 1 like seize up. But it is Cotton's turn, unless OG you wanted to. Yeah, I
No,
I take
no.
it you're calling for Cotton to do some shit.
I did not. I did not declare it. So
Will I take increased noise penalties or whatever if I 3-shot burst versus 1-shot, or is it the same detection type of deal?
I will probably say it's easier to detect a 3-shot burst than a 1-shot burst because there's
Balls.
3 of them.
Thank you. I know it's logical, but I wanted to ask. So anyway, I'm going to take a. We're going to aim a single shot of the. Oh shit! Can a smart gun even fire a single bullet? Is that a thing?
I assume
No
so.
semi-auto.
I don't.
No, it can't.
Oh, really?
It's
Burst
got
fire.
burst fire and full auto.
yeah, just
So-
do shot.
Go for broke, full auto. He's got a -9 to defend. He doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a 3-shot burst at his face.
Okie dokie.
Call shot face department.
What's his penalty from the 3-shot? Is it a -2?
Yeah, I believe it's a -2
Okay, just making
to
sure.
his dodge.
Go ahead and roll it.
And a called shot does what, +2 damage or something? Or +4?
If it's called Shot Vitals,
Yes.
I believe there's a +2 DV.
Okay, so we'll do called shot vitals and the damage from that is what, usually -4 or something.
-1.
Well, I have the sharpshootery thing, so it's only -2 for me. So that'll put me down to 9 dice plus edge is 16 exploding. Yes.
Okay. And he's going to be at a -8 to defend. Because you're
'Cause
invisible
it's-
and he can't see it coming.
Oh, nice.
Whereas the subdual is like, there's something on me and I'm trying to pull it off me.
So that's 6. So what's his dodge?
So you get 5 net hits.
5 net hits. So that's the normal damage of this thing is 6 stuns. So that's what, 11 plus the 2 for call shots. That's 13.
So 13 stun? What do you
Yeah,
what are you-
-5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 6 shots too. Yeah, -5. So it's 13 at -5.
This guy doesn't have electricity protection.
So,
So versus 13 stun.
Jesus.
Okay. So he takes 5 and gets hit on the initiative there. This is guard 2, so he's got 11 left. He drops below Stardust. -1 on next action. Excellent. So, yeah, he takes this burst to the... but the armor, like I say, he's wearing pretty thick armor, which manages to soak the majority of that, and he stumbles back, but he doesn't look too phased, which makes it Kasa's turn.
So, important questions that I have. One, is the door still open?
Yes.
2, I wish to drop down, and is it close enough that I can reach them with my 30 meters of movement?
Do you mean run up to him, or do you mean line of sight?
If I can get in melee of him, I will get in melee of the one that is not struggling with a strong man.
Yeah, you could. Ordinarily, the other guy would get an intercept, but he's busy.
He is
So you can-
occupado.
You can run up to him.
All right, so I will drop down. I will drop my spells except for my invisibility on myself. And I'm going to give this man some hugs.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I feel like this might be important.
Okay. 4 hits. What's he rolling to resist? Because I forget what the difference is between resisting a clinch, a grapple, a subdual.
Clinch gets to lead to all kinds of fun things. But this is just a reaction intuition plus whatever you want to give him for. He gets -1 for being shot with stick and shock, and whatever you want to apply for me being invisible.
Mm-hmm. He's also got the wound penalties. Because this is just you like grabbing him, he's not really going to be taking penalties because he can just like.
Sure.
This kind of resist is him just trying to pull you off him, which he can feel.
Yep.
But you get 1 net hit.
All right. I will use my second simple action to go from a clinch into a. I actually don't have throw.
I don't know what good throw would do you, to be honest. Throw him
down those stairs.
No,
Spin
I'm
a
just
point
going
of
to take
edge
him
to
to the
lucky
ground.
move.
Okay, so you're just knocking him prone.
16. Going to the ground.
Does he resist that?
Yeah.
Or is it just
he is at -2 for being inferior position.
Okay. 4 net hits.
And then he is now prone with basically me on top of him.
And he doesn't know who that is. So
He knows that there's a vaguely humanoid form on top of him.
Okay.
Like he is still clinched / subdued and is on the ground.
That makes it guard 1's turn. I believe he can take an action to try and break out of your subdual.
That will be his complex action, yes.
And that's a
Strength
strength
plus
plus. Sorry, strength
Unarmed.
plus what? Unarmed.
Strength plus unarmed with threshold equal to the net hits on the attack.
Which
A
is
whole
1.
line at this point, yeah. Lame.
Sorry. So you kind of feel this guy's presumably augmented muscles straining against you. As he rolls to escape, which he does so. He breaks free of your grasp for the complex action. And for his free action, he is going to shout into his earpiece. He shouts, "Intruders on the first floor!" Which makes it Stardust's turn.
Well, I hope he realizes we're on the second floor.
Alright, well that was my mistake. It's because of ground floor, first floor.
I know, I was so excited. I was like, alright, sorry, that amused me.
How undramatic
childish.
of me.
And I'm going to kick him in the face, and I'm going to take a -4 to cold shot this to, what's it called? Shake up.
Okay.
And I get
you'll
+1 because I've got a friend in melee, yeah?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
This would be way easier if I was kicking the guy who was on the ground. But I feel like Kasa's got her thing figured out.
Ooh.
I am not a combat character.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, I won't bother rolling for him. He's defender wins on a 0 anyway, so you lash out at him, but you basically just hit a tough part of the armor. He feels the shock, but it doesn't do much. Which makes it guard 2's turn. You've knocked him to the floor. Is he prevented from doing anything, or is he just acting at negatives?
Just acting at negatives.
So I believe he has we are in a clinch, so he has the option similar to what he was in with Ogi. He has the option of attempting to break out.
Can he attack you in the clinch? I believe he can, right? Can he reach things on his person? Does he have access to his weapons?
Yeah, it's not like not like he can't do anything. However, he will be in some situation. Like, he takes a penalty to any weapon that he uses that has reach, and firearms are also penalized in a similar fashion. And he's -2 for being inferior position.
Okay, he's just gonna try and shank you with his stun baton.
Where he takes a penalty equal to the reach of his stun baton.
I don't know if a stun baton has reach.
1.
Oh, it has reach 1.
Take that. And -2
Well
for
noted.
inferior.
So he's going to try and stab you.
Poke, poke, poke. Oh, what a dick. Wait a second, those are D7s.
Oh shit, sorry.
You cheater. Feel a little bit better about that. Mostly because she doesn't have that much. Well, I would get 2 more, but that's not.
Okay. So he tries to reach and stab you with the stun baton, but doesn't quite make it. So it is Cotton's turn.
Yay. Let me get my computer. So, this guy, we're going to go for try number 2.
Sorry, which one are you shooting? Guard 1 or guard 2? Okay.
I'm calling. They're not labels. I'm making sure to ping them. So.
Yeah, I
What
appreciate it.
are you calling this guy? You calling this guy 2?
Yeah.
Okay, he's 2. Okay, we're gonna shoot guard 2.
Okay. Kasa is on top of him. So I believe it's like if you miss by a certain amount, you hit them. I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna miss. I'm done.
But the guy's down on the
shot
floor.
Face.
Hard to miss him, really. He's prone.
Yeah.
And yeah, my apologies for this running long. We'll try and speed things up.
Let's just play. Let's just play. Don't worry about quibbling. Let's just play.
I got 4 hits on the shootification, and that was my second point of edge.
Okie dokie. Does he even have... I think he has 1 dice. 4 net hits.
Yep. 4 net hits. That's going to be 6, 10, 12. 12 at -5 electricity.
Okay. So he takes 2. So he's taken 7 damage so far. Which makes it Cass's turn.
Sorry, man. It's gonna be unfortunate here for you. So she's just gonna kind of like lift his shoulders and just kind of smash his head against the ground and try and knock him out.
Okay.
And only get 2 hits on unarmed combat.
He's taking quite a few more penalties because of wounds.
Then -2 for inferior.
Yeah, but he's still struggling against you, which makes it Ogi's turn. Og, rather.
With my guy? Alright. Well, because I prepped for this, might as well rapid draw the sword and start cutting this guy down because we're in normal combat and we just need to be done.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta do some math. Hold on.
Okay. That was for quick drawing.
Yep.
You successfully quick draw. Are you yaijatsuing him? Oh shit.
Yeah, I am. And you know what? Shit, I didn't declare any of this. Fuck. I'll just post edge it. Screw it. I just want to be done. So.
To break the limit, you mean?
Yep.
That
Okay.
8 hits should be your accuracy if memory serves. It's a katana, right?
Okay. So 9 hits. He gets no. So nine net hits for you. How much damage is he soaking at what AP? Okay. Okay. So he takes 16 physical. As the katana just does exactly what you'd expect a katana to do. Cuts them basically in half, and he kind of gasps as he falls back, and half of him kind of falls away. Knock him off the initiative there. Stardust. It is your turn.
Sorry for the muting. I'm going to control device on the security controller, having it issue the order for all devices slave to it to invite remarks to me.
Okie dokie.
Because it can totally do that. I'll keep that.
Okay. Congratulations.
Okay, now it goes down next. Because it needs to leave the equation.
Okay. Sounds good. Which makes it Guard's 1's turn. He's going to try and attack Kasa again. He's not looking too good, though. Yeah, he's got a shittle at this point. But he tries to attack you, Kasa. You manage to get out of his way. Makes it Cotton's turn again.
Okay. Is guard number 2 still alive?
Yes.
We're going to try to shoot him again. So, I forgot I can take aim. Something I should probably be doing. So, we're going to do the exact same thing we did before. Shoot this guy in the head with a 3-shot burst of stick and shock ammo with edge for the 3rd point. There we go. I like that number more. Dodge that, fucker. He did not. Who'd have thought? So that's going to be 18 at -5.
Okay. All right. This guy's armor had held out for a long time, but eventually you just basically bore a hole in it. And
9 rounds of stick and shock.
Yeah, he just starts twitching. You're pretty sure that this mansion is on alert at this point, though. So we'll drop out of initiative. And you guys can tell me what you're doing.
I think we should head to the master suite, see who's in there.
Okay. The master suite is locked, but Stardust did just get 3 marks on it.
And I'm going to, I don't know where I am. If I'm right where I was,
No.
which was over here somewhere, I'm going to put a neurostun grenade right here by the staircase and put it on proximity.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And then get away from it. Let me be aware.
Okay, so there's a grenade by the staircase. There is... oh, it's being data spiked.
That's the controller itself.
Oh, right.
So it's resisting 2 plus 18 matrix damage.
Okie dokie. Oh, well, there you go. The security controller gets 0 hits, and you hear a yelp from downstairs as something sounds like there's a tiny sort of explosion, a pop from downstairs. What do you do now?
Do we have any idea from the various camera feeds on where they would be keeping all of the animals?
Not really. You made the guess about it being the building that's not connected to this one, but that's about as far as you got, if I recall.
Okay.
They were.
Can you open the master bedroom? Since we're right here.
Stardust does have 3 marks on that lock now, so he can basically just.
And it's not slave to anything, so it can. It can't resist.
So it pops open. The door's open. What would you like to do next?
I feel like we should run in there really quickly and handle that part of it, and then you guys can, if it's not like some kind of ridiculous thing in there.
Okay, so you charge in. There is a king-size bed with an elderly man lying in the bed with a large mask, like a breathing apparatus or something, over his face, connected to large, ugly tubing going to a machine. And a woman an elderly woman is sleeping next to him.
Yep, she's gonna nod to Cotton and then ask the other guys to take care of the rest of the security. And then she is going.
Sure, he's awake for this.
Oh, he'll be awake. So she's gonna strip out of her clothes and shift into lion form, and then jump up on the bed. Does he wake up?
You see his eyes open, and the machine. He looks at you, and the machine just kind of pumps some air, and you see it deflate.
All right, and we're just gonna fade to black on that scene.
You got him. What about his wife?
You know what? He messed with my family. I feel like.
See if she knows where the frickin' cub is.
Yeah, I guess she could do that. She could then just.
She's gone rogue. Yeah, they'll tell you where the cub is. It is in the building that you thought it was in.
Okay. And was there anything in our research previously that she had anything to do with any of this strange collecting?
I mean, she's presumably aware of it. She's been his wife for a number of years.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. Nom nom nom.
Okay, you got them both.
Yep. Sometimes you got to do things in a primal fashion.
There is a bloodbath taking place in that bedroom. What's everyone else doing while she's doing that?
I'm still sustaining these spells, is what I'm doing.
Hopefully everybody else is moving towards the other building, and Kasa will run there in a minute.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hit the other building like right now. And if
Come on, chop, go.
Yeah.
So back up into the attic.
No,
I'm
we
following
can go down.
Oh,
I'm
and
following OG.
Okay.
One second. His office has a staircase. It goes down. We don't have to go all the way back across. We can take the office out to the cabana, which is open on the east side of the place. So that would be the shortest distance between us and the other building.
Absolutely correct. Cotton is thinking fast. So is that the route you take?
Sure,
Sounds good to me.
Possible. Let's go.
Okay. So you will start heading that way. Presumably, Kasa joins you. Let me just roll to see how these guys fare.
Did you catch all I'm doing? All of what I'm doing, so Thatch, or well?
Locking all the doors and shutting the place down. I missed what your con roll was for. But
I picked up the guy's.
Oh,
comm
yeah, no, I
and
see,
shouted
I
into
see.
it. Yep.
Yeah, that's not going to work because they heard gunshots. But
I didn't think.
Um, but yes, you guys run. You don't know how the grenade went. You don't know how much they're being locked down, but you flee down the cabana out into the open. I'll switch you back to this briefly. You have a pretty clear run to the building that you suspect the cub is in.
Let's go.
Okay. Stardust, you have 3 marks on the lock to this place too.
Open.
It
Stardust
does.
just waves a hand in AR, like he's running and just waving hands at AR, shutting lights off, locking doors, opening doors before we get to them, like moving. Let's move. Lights on or off, OG?
Off.
Boom! All the lights in the kennels go out. I can roll the data spike if you want me to.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. So what you guys come across is something that looks roughly like this room that I switched you to there. Just lines and lines of cages in rather abhorrent conditions, which are just filled with apes, cats, various types of dogs, ferrets, basically anything that walks on land and could be considered exotic and interesting is cooped up in here in really poor conditions. Really poor. So you're searching for the mountain lion. It's going to take a little while because this picture probably doesn't do it justice, but there's a lot in here. But with 4 successes,
I had an idea.
Oh,
I was going to climb up on top of the cages and switch to astral perception. It's more than likely one of the few awakened things in here.
Okay. There's actually quite a few awakened things in here. But with 4 successes on your search, I was just going to say that eventually you do find him. You find him kind of isolated off from the others, like a new addition. And it's just kind of shivering in the corner, curled up.
She's going to kind of just grab hold of the front door and start pulling on it. Like, this door needs to open now.
Okay. With 4 successes, you've got a huge strength, right? And this is just a
7.
chain thing. It takes a while, but I'm going to say your motherly strength in this emotional situation enhances you. And you manage to pry the door open.
Yeah, she's since dropped her invisibility spell, so it's like...
And the cub looks up at you and kind of backs away a little bit and growls.
She's going to stop for a moment because that's not what she was expecting. And then she's just going to start stripping.
Story of my life. Yeah.
I'm guessing that is to proceed turning into a mountain lion.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, it was either that or twerking, one or the other.
Right. So you turn into a mountain lion, and it's really still quite tentative. Like you take a look at it, and it seems like it's been abused, and it's probably just fearing anyone that's coming near it. But after a while, it kind of sniffs the air and plods a little over to you, and rubs up against your face like a cat.
Yep, there are heart-touching cat things going on right now while you guys are doing whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, that's great. Time to go.
It
What is
is
the
about
two-finger
that
whistle
time.
thing?
You guys will start to hear barking coming from somewhere in the gardens, somewhere on the estate.
Are these individually um, locked cages?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want them open, Ogie? Ogie, do you want the cages open? You sure?
If you open them, the awakened ones can get out. They're intelligent, and the other ones will create enough chaos for their dogs that they have.
Excellent. I pull out the mini wielder on my forearm guard and start popping locks while they're doing cat love.
Okay.
I get a few of them done.
Yeah, if you work together, you can definitely let a few out. They're still in the same situation where they're not going to jump out the cages immediately, but yeah.
Well, if any of them are awakened, that's the thing is that I kind of, scream awakened in a way, and they can kind of know somewhat of a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking
yeah.
for. So.
For sure. They're just not very trusting of people after the guys here abuse them quite a fair amount.
Is fair.
So yes, Kasa, how long do you spend reuniting as you hear the barking getting louder?
I imagine the barking will kind of bring her out of it, and she's gonna take a moment to. She has that Force 4 Spirit of Beast that she had summoned earlier that was looking for the cub, which has now found. She wants it to use animal control on the dogs that are with that man to, well, turn on him.
Did you previously select canines as the type of animal control the spirit has?
I never really selected it, just because it hardly ever comes up, but if you like, I can resummon a new one to specifically control canines.
I'll let you have it this time, because I always select canines, and you kind of knew there were at least hyenas and stuff on site.
Sure.
But in the future, you should mark that down.
Will do.
But yes, how many animals can it control?
At Force 4, it is 20 small or 4 large. I'm not 100% sure where these would count.
These are definitely large.
Okay.
As you will soon find out. So yes, that happens. What are the rest of you doing?
I already told
I'm
you.
opening up
I'll look
pages.
again. I'll look again if I have to. Do I see the drones on the wireless?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. How many drones are there?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus, that sounded like the freaking opening of a Schoolhouse Rock song. Okay. Fuck this noise. They're all saved to the RCC?
Yes.
Okay. What's my OS?
Your OS is currently at, I think it's at 16.
Okay, good. I'm going to data spike the. How many links are there?
1.
One. Okay, I'm going to fork a data spike to the links and the Liege Lord itself.
Okay.
So with 4 hits on a composure test, Kasa is going to get up from kitty stuff and shift back into human form?
You got it.
Does the cub follow suit, or does it just kind of stay there?
You'll probably have to carry it. It's in shock.
That's fine. She will grab her clothes and get partially dressed. Probably throwing her, like, what armor does she have? Throwing her her jacket around the cub. So she's just wearing, like, t-shirt, jeans, boots, mask. Cub carried in the jacket. Is this place as open as it seems here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's not like the gap in the roof there, but the
Okay.
actual space on the ground.
How many cages have we have open here?
I'm gonna say between you, you've probably opened about 6 to 7.
Okay. Man. So she's gonna summon up her bound spirit of beasts. It is Force 4, and
Mm-hmm.
she is going to ask it to um, continue to free these animals.
Okay.
And then she's, let's go.
Okay. That the RCC is getting damaged. I'm going to ask for initiative one more time. I know this is going to irritate some of you.
The drone also has to resist because it was forked against the 2.
Oh, okay.
And if he's on full defense, the drone doesn't get the benefit of full defense unless he's jumped into it. In which case, this
Which he
kills
is
him
not.
twice.
Is the spirit going to materialize here?
Yes.
Okay.
What
Right.
does
Should I?
Is it device rating ×2 for the
Yep, soak.
drone? Yeah.
Should I be rolling physical or astral initiative initially?
Physical.
The device only rating 3. It's bricked.
Yes. That steel lynx is bricked.
That was the one I was worried about.
Okay.
I don't know if he was in VR, but I hope he was, so that he thinks twice before continuing.
Do I have Cotton's initiative here?
Oh shit! Sorry. Ah.
It's okay.
Wow, what shit rolls?
That's not shit. Don't be silly.
Two, 5.
Okay, so Cotton, well, Oji, I guess, goes first.
That cheater. OG might be muted.
Sorry, what do I see?
Are you moving to the door?
Oh yeah, I'm covering the escape is what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so what you see are, well, what you hear basically are a number of dogs barking and fast approaching. And you see a couple of them rounding the corner. So if you see, you're about here in terms of the map, and they're rounding the corner around here. And they are
Okay.
charging right at you.
Well,
They
am
have
I
these
still
funny.
invisible?
Yes, you are, but they are
Oh,
charging
that's
right at
that's
you.
lovely.
They have these funny devices. Okay, the Razor Hound is exactly what it sounds like. It's a giant genetically enhanced hound, and it has a strange device around its neck, like a weird metal plate.
Okay, I'm just getting the set and ready for charge. That's pretty much all I can do. So, because my pistol is at too much of a range where it's not going to be that useful, so I'm fine.
Right here. Cotton.
What's the distance you would say is between them and us?
Like, I guess like 30 meters.
Okay. I'm going to try to throw a grenade between them and us
Okay.
of Neurostun and let that work on them a little bit. And then I would suggest, we've already opened up a few cages, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'll let that happen. We need to start moving. I have a grappling gun. We can make our way to the roof. This ought to slow them down. I'll try to see all that in a limited amount of time. So
we can just. I thought the plan was just to go back to the hedges and just hop the hedges.
Yeah, we got to get to the
Okay.
Well, let's just make a damn roll.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of these things. So.
Yep, I'm throwing a Neurostun grenade. I want to throw it between us and them because I believe these things persist for at least a little while, 4 or 5 turns.
Yeah, the nearest stun becomes inert after 1 minute in contact with the air.
And no, we are not here. We are over here.
Yes, you are there.
The dogs are here.
The dogs are where
Anyway,
you thought you were.
I just lost my number. Shit. There we go. Gas grenade 10. So I have 10 dice to roll on throwing this grenade, but the ranges are kind of bad. It goes. I don't know the ranges. Shit. For grenades.
It should be right there in your hero lab, and the actual blue box stuff.
If it's a non-aerodynamic range, it depends upon your strength. What is your strength?
My strength is, I think, shit.
Your strength is
4.
4.
Okay, 40 is your extreme range. 24 is your long range. Medium range is 16.
16 ought to do it. So 16 feet between it. We'll put a big blob of cloud between us and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
16 meters. That's a long. Sorry, that's a long ass way. So I'm going to aim for that. So what would be my negative to plop a grenade there?
-1.
-1. Awesome. I have 9 dice. I'm going to edge it. So that's 16. Can you aim with a non-aerodynamic thing?
Nope.
Didn't think so. But I'm going to ask.
Not in this specific situation. You're using a grenade.
Hit it.
Damn.
7 hits.
That goes right where you want it to go. So the gas is going to start piling up in this area.
Yep. And that's Neurostun 10. Everyone's favorite Neurostun.
Indeed. Okay, so that's Cotton's turn. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
We're going to make our way, I guess, toward the van. I don't know what side of this place we came in on, but wherever the escapo van is, it's time to be heading that way.
Yeah, the escape van is to basically the right of this picture. It would be down the driveway.
Oh, yeah, so away from the dogs? Yeah.
Kind of parallel to them.
Sure, off we go.
Okay, so you start running. Kasa, what's your...
First question is, how many dogs do I see?
You see 3 dogs coming from this direction.
And previously there were how many?
You saw 4 hyenas. They definitely weren't these things.
Okay, interesting. And how close are they running next to each other?
Pretty close. They're in a pack formation.
Okay. They're gonna get bubbled.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm gonna put them in a physical barrier.
Oh, okay. Go for it. For 6, you say?
Yeah. And I actually take quite a bit of stun from that.
Rightio. I'll keep that in mind. You can hear some yelping from elsewhere, suggesting that your spirit is kind of working its magic with the others.
That's fine. She's also making a 100% beeline, carrying her cub towards the GTFO point.
Okay. I'm going to assume, OG, that you're using your movement to basically just follow, to book it, so to
I'm
speak.
backing up the group, basically.
Yeah. The Razor Hounds are going to attack that barrier because they is not happy.
Did the Razor Hounds avoid the grenade? Or
Well, they didn't get a chance to run into the grenade because the barrier got between them.
well, damn, those are expensive.
So how much damage is that, though?
These attacks, they all have a base damage of 7 physical. As these cybernetically enhanced. I don't know if AP does anything, but they have AP -1. As these
Yeah, it would.
cybernetically enhanced claws kind of start tearing at this bubble.
So it takes 1 point of structure damage on the first guy, I think.
Okay.
Oof. It takes. You said the 7 base?
Mhm.
So 7, 8, 9. Nah, the second one will break the barrier.
Okay. Then the third one is going to run, and you guys witness as seemingly in a very undog-like capacity, it recognizes the threat of the grenade gas and starts circling around it.
Well, shit.
Do you realize Neurostun can't be smelled or seen, right?
Well,
The
there was a
canister
grenade
can.
thrown.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So the dog is starting to circle around and is trying to basically cut you off. It's running parallel to you. But the grenade at least does keep it from getting too close. Stardust. Your turn.
Okay, which way is everyone running? We're running this direction, yeah. When
You would be running this direction.
okay, how far is it to the hedge? Basically, the part we want to jump over.
It's a really quite a fair distance. It's like 100
40
meters or
meters?
so.
Okay, well I moved 40 of those.
Okay.
And just with my hand, I'll pull some data together, and then a blast of sound, light and sound, send another data spike spinning towards that RCC and one of the Dalmatians.
Okay.
My OS is still under 20, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For now.
Did we get edge refresh for completing objectives or not?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Will is not that
That kid-
benevolent.
Well, so the RCC resists. How's about the drone?
Oh, good question. I think that
Or
will.
with Fortute, they
will
both
actually
resist. Yep.
So it only gets the one net hit, or
Yep.
one hit.
13p. Or
Okay.
13 matrix.
That was the Dalmatian.
Yep.
Dalmatian is most certainly bricked.
Alright, fuck it.
You're not sure where it is, but it's bricked somewhere.
Yep. The less drones they have to follow and or subdue us with, the better. And I can't fucking help against dogs. Then I keep
Spirit.
running.
It is the spirit's turn.
Yep, the spirit is going to, as a free action, start counterspelling, presumably, unless you are not okay with that.
If
And
it has the counterspelling ability, it can do it.
it does. And as a complex action, it is going to shoot a bolt of lightning at one of the dogs.
Okay,
Probably
I'm
this
going to
one.
guess the one that's actually closing in.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Okay, 1 net hit. What's the damage?
That will be 15 physical, minus 7 AP, and it is going to be electrical damage.
Okay. It has some shielding against electrical damage. How much did you say? 13?
15
15.
minus 7.
Okay. Oh, so the dog takes 14p and just, stops in its tracks, fries. You see the device around its neck kind of sparking, and it lets out a yelp and collapses. Patrollers, it is about this time. The hyenas are keeping their distance and circling, and just watching you very intently. They're not actually making any kind of attack, but they're watching you as if, much in the way that predators often watch prey. But they keep their distance, which makes it the next combat turn. So, Cotton.
Okay. What is a threat to me at this point? Because I am running to get the fuck out of here.
Honestly, not much. There's 2 dogs that are on the other side of the gas that have been spending the last combat turn last pass breaking through the barrier, but they're still a ways away. It would take them a couple of initiative passes to catch up.
So they're through the barrier, right?
Yeah.
And they've gone around the grenade smoke?
That was what the last one did. These guys haven't really had the chance yet.
And the last one was the guy who got popped by a lightning bolt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fucking, I'm going to keep booking it. We're hauling ass.
Okay.
Freedom!
You can take a shot. You can take a shot while running, and it won't cost you a thing.
It's more noise, which I'm trying to avoid.
Fair enough. We just did
We're in
watch
downtown London.
In the middle of London.
That's true. The lightning bolt just went off. So in that case, how far am I from the van, by the way?
About 100 meters.
About 100 meters. Okay.
And
I
a
am
climb.
going to... And a climb?
Over the fence and the hedge.
How tall is that fence?
Fence is 2 meters, hedge is 3 meters.
Fence is 2 meters. I just don't see a point in shooting into them. I really don't. A lightning bolt could just be a lightning bolt from the sky. Things happen. It's weird. I'm hauling it. I'm hauling ass. I'm running. Run.
How many meters can you travel with your agility?
Let's see. Agility is 6. Therefore, my running speed is, I think, 24, and I've got +2, which is if I do a running test or something.
Yeah, +2 per hit on a running test.
Which I will now do.
Okay.
Am I good at running? Probably not. How does one do a running test? I don't have running. Is it? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Strength plus running.
7 dice. Okay, here we go. Roll 76 greater than 5 running. 3 hits. That's an extra 6 meters, so I have now moved 30 meters this turn.
Excellent. Kasa, what about you?
Well, keep moving, obviously, because it is GTFO time. You said the other guys were kind of looking at us like predators. Are they like waiting to pounce, or are they just waiting to pick off the slowest straggler?
It's hard to tell.
All right then. Screw these guys then. Let me double check my. Ugh. I wish to try and float the combat dog monster. He resists with with strength plus body.
He certainly does. Defender wins, unfortunately.
Yep, no, that's fine.
But you keep running. What's your movement speed? I'm just trying to get an idea of who's going to reach the fence first.
Her running speed's pretty good, if memory serves. 30. 12, 30 plus
30.
3.
So you're about keeping pace with Cotton and OG. What's your plan? Are you there?
He's muted.
What? Am I being asked on something? Because I was trying to deal with family there. What?
Oh, sorry. It's your turn. I was wondering what your plan is, what you're doing.
It's pretty straightforward. I'm faster than almost everybody, and I'm just going to make sure I'm the rear guard. That's it.
Okay, good to know. Which brings it back around to the Razor Hounds, who spend their turn circling the gas. Stardust.
Who's also
I'm
muted.
kind of guessing that everyone's.
He's getting the fuck
strategy
out.
is
We're
just
all running. We are running as fast as we can. We're getting the fuck out of this place.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There's my run. There's my sprinting check. I am hoofing it.
Okay.
So I've traveled 46 meters.
Shit. The invisibility is still active on you guys. I just realized.
That is correct.
And I'm spending one free action with perfect time to scream to Sigurd to get the van. We're coming out hot.
Okay. I should roll my own initiative.
Should have gone on full defense. Oh, well.
It is the spirit's turn.
Yep, it is going to try to zap another dog.
Okay.
That is going to be 16 physical, minus 7 AP.
Okay, that is another dog down. There's just one left that's in sight chasing you guys. Patrollers keep their distance. I'm going to call this the pass that people start reaching the fence. First is going to be Stardust.
Okay. Climbing check to get over it. Am I at any penalties?
To get over the hedge, it's not really very climbable. I mostly had stuff in mind for the fence.
Yeah, that's what I said. The fence. Whatever
Well,
I'm
yeah,
leaping
but
over, how high is it?
You're at the hedge. The hedge is 3 meters tall.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question?
Yes.
Since I had a pass, would I be able to create a physical barrier ramp that they could use to clamber up and over?
Ordinarily, I would say no, but because you're not driving over it, yes.
Well, good news. The hit's only required for its structure and armor.
Okay.
Ugh. However, I'll take a bunch of drain. I'll count that up real quick. I do have edge, but I need to find out if it's necessary. Force -1, so that's 5. That's 4. Yeah, no, I'll have to edge that.
Okay. I know that would put you on like 9 stun or something.
Yep, that puts me on 9 stun.
Okay.
Because edge is the worst.
Okay, so Stardust Cowboy. To clarify, there is a hedge before the fence, but Kasa has just put a barrier up that you can run up and hop over. I assume you would like to do so. I assume everyone does so.
Yes.
Yes.
So for the purposes of expediency, because I don't see these things catching up to you thanks to the grenade and being killed, you guys can hop over the fence. There will be a number of servants yelling at you from their cottages by the house, screaming obscenities and for the police and all sorts. The van is on the street with Sigurd shouting for you to get in, I'm guessing, you know.
Presumably.
It's running hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys get in, I will drop the spells. I will dismiss the spirit, and I will take, while we are pulling off, I will take the next few moments to wipe as much of my astral signature as possible while astrally perceiving.
As I jump in the van, I tell him to get in the fucking passenger seat, rip off my helmet, and tell him to give me my goddamn hat and put this motherfucker in drive.
Yeah, I give you your goddamn hat. But yeah,
Okay.
I will be spending, as much time as possible while we are still here, wiping as much of my signature as possible.
Right here, you can absolutely try your best to do that. Where is the driving test? We need a driving test from someone, from Cotton, I believe.
Cotton, do
You
it.
want a driving test? Okie dokie. Here we go, driving test. Everyone loves a driving test. Gotta find it on my sheet. Pilot, 11. We're gonna use some edge on this because we want to win the game. Wow. 3 successes on 18 exploding.
You didn't put the exclamation point, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter because I had no 6s. Motherfuck me.
Dude, really. That's okay. The van's handling is probably 3 anyways. So if it wasn't edged, it doesn't matter. So
At least I needed the edge just to get that many. Jesus.
So you start peeling away as fast as you can. I'll put you back on this map. Where are you trying to go?
We gotta get to the airport before this scene gets hot because they're gonna put this van together with my ID, and I have to get back into an airport.
You're
So
going to the
plan is
airport
get Cotton-
immediately.
Yeah, the plan is to get Cotton back to his plane, and you can take this hot ass van and get back to the drop off, and I'll meet you guys there, or you can find an alternate method of transportation. Just remember that this van is going to be hot very soon, and you don't have sins for shit. So work on it. Airport. We're getting to the airport.
Are you sure? I'm going to ping your common sense and say that you are essentially murderers of someone in a very prominent member of society in a AAA zone, and driving directly to the airport might be...
Does this place have a fucking Barons? Let's get to the fucking Barons.
There's a
Can
container.
remote control the plane.
yeah,
There
we need
is-
to ditch this vehicle is what we need to do, is what I'm hearing.
It's certainly an option. There is the Lambeth Containment Zone, which is basically, the closest you can get to a Barons in London.
Fine.
It makes
We'll,
me think it's got a big ass wall around it. Is that correct?
It has a big ass wall around it. After the inhabitants rioted, after a bunch of them got abducted for government experiments, and they just turned it into a prison for the people living there.
Okay, now that my common sense has been used, I suggest we make about 3 turns, park this son of a bitch in that parking I paid for, which should be, or in the nearest spot I can legally park a van that's not going to be seen by anyone. Parking garage, park, whatever it is. And we're going to set this motherfucker on fire and take a cab to the airport.
Can I be uncharacteristically competent for a second? They didn't have any exterior cameras that we saw.
They had
So-
lots of exterior cameras.
They had lots of them, but I'm blowing them as we speak.
Did we park in some place where they could see the car?
I don't think we did. We were on the other end of a hedgerow.
Wait. Yeah. Also, did anyone ever see you guys get into the car? Because I would have dismissed the spells and the spirit.
The only
After.
person that was probably potentially seen by the cameras was Kasa, because she dropped her invis to interact with the child.
But apparently they saw a van peel out, so this is there's a common enough description of a van. So they're looking for a van of this color, probably. They can probably see that.
From what did we? Well, Ellen, throw a matrix perception, see if there's anything following us. Although there probably shouldn't be if you bricked out the RCC. Rob is just saying that we might be overreacting and making the situation worse.
I got that, but I was just talking about the GM with a ping off my common sense that they could tell
You
something.
don't drive the hot van right over to it, basically, is what he's saying. We should at least be, somewhat subtle in how we approach it. Am I
That
getting
doesn't make
that right?
sense to me, but I'll go with it. For the sense of, I don't. It's not like they're going to call up the airport when crimes are committed. That does not. Like if I got killed in my house, no one's going to call up the New Orleans airport. Like look out for criminals.
This is true. You might want to take a cab there.
Sure. You guys can have I need to get away from this crime scene in all this fucking gear and get into the van and go somewhere and change out of the war gear that I'm in.
I mean,
So can we
that's
like
just
take a
Rob's
turn
thought
with some distance?
process. I don't know what dice rolls you want to make to have that happen or what, but
I'll put it this way: if you want to go to the airport tonight, you're going to need to go through security checks, and there is a much higher possibility of that pinging you than if you went to ground right now. That's what I'm saying. If you went to ground, waited until the heat died down, and then smuggled yourself out or something like that, you would
That
just
makes
have
way
a
more
much.
sense. That makes way more sense. Something like that works.
Okay. So we need to abandon this car somewhere. We need to get back to we need to find somewhere to park so I can change this shit, put it back in the bag, and then walk away from this car.
If you abandon this vehicle, you fuck up your sin. You lose your plane.
My sin is a fake one. It's a temporary fake sin. It was designed to be burned.
Did you link that to your plane with what you landed with?
Yes, but I intend to be gone very soon.
Okay. All right.
By the time, if they figure out my sin is bad, I am fucked. I'm not losing that plane. So,
Kasa will gladly murder people to get you your plane back.
Assault
right.
on the airport.
So, which we've done. I have done that. And I lived. Anyway, the point is, here's. Let me go through this real quick. I want to drive to that parking garage, which I believe was fairly close by. West End, maybe?
There's a bunch of parking garages. Like, are you staying in the village, or are you trying to get out to the West End?
I want the nearest parking garage to me that I can park this thing in so it won't be on the street and obvious. Just to stash it. I don't want to just stash this vehicle somewhere. Then I can change clothes, go out on the street with a duffel bag while looking like a normal person who wears a cowboy hat, getting into a vehicle, like a cab, going to the airport or back to the somewhere else for a little while.
So
maybe take a walk through downtown, see the sights, the big ass Ferris wheel, whatever.
First, I'd like to explain Status Cowboy's role. You guys got exceptionally lucky. You see a single drone that is looking lost and is going the wrong way looking for you. Those 3 hits you got on your driving test were enough to bamboozle them.
Would you say my iOS is after killing every single external camera on the side of that thing?
I didn't roll it out, but it's going to be around 30, early 30s.
Early 30s, rebooting, pulling a full reboot, and then if the drone is nowhere near us, then I'm just going to leave it alone, and I'm going the fuck to ground unless we are busting onto an airstrip.
Yeah, that sounds like a real good way to be shot with ground-to-air missiles.
Okay, that's funny, but I have 15 more minutes of my life here. So, we're stashing the car, switching back into our civilian clothes, and leaving the car to be found by someone later in a garage, multi-story garage. So it won't be found instantly on the street.
And you are leaving and heading to. Are you going to ground in Lambeth Containment Zone? Are you splitting up? Are you staying together? Those are the main things I need to know.
I would say split up, and you guys procure some type of transportation to Portsmouth, and I will hang around downtown until it's time to, I'll wait for the next morning and then head to the airport. Because it's at night right now, so hopefully in a couple hours, things will be a little bit quieter.
Okay. If you are all splitting up, then I would be happy to, seeing as we are definitely getting to 7 hours here. I would be happy to call it to a close here. And if, as I think about this over the next day or so, if I start to think that there should probably be further consequences based on rolls I make, then I can contact you for follow-up solo runs.
I just told you what. I just told you, if you look in the chat, what my going to ground procedure is going to be like.
Okay.
And I'm going to give y'all my gear to safely transport up to
splitting up.
Portsmouth.
If anyone wants to stay together, do let me know, and I can run it as a duo run or something. Bearing in mind, this is only if I decide that there should be consequences. I haven't quite decided yet.
Also, remember, all the external cameras were bricked.
Yes, basically, all the ones that, all of them. Because I was going to say that they would start shutting them down once they realized that was happening, but you already bricked the controller, so.
Yep, there was no controller. They had 3 marks on them. I would have, they would have had to hack those cameras to take them down.
Exactly. So, yes, cameras destroyed. Not that they really had much footage, except I guess they had some of Kasa, actually. That's a good point.
And of the van, and of what we took.
Mm-hmm.
And the van was about 200 million. Visa's 25, it's 27, plus 6250. 250 plus 700. Shit. Equals 8950. So about 9,000 million out of the 40 leaves 31. Divided by 5 players would be 6,200 each. So there you go.
Okay.
Type it out somewhere.
So if everyone's happy with that, I think that's how I'm probably going to handle it. I'll let you...
I missed what you said. What's going to be how you're going to handle what?
Basically, I'm going to some of you have already done it, but I'll let you guys figure out, if you're all splitting up, I'll let you guys figure out exactly what your various escape routes from London are, what your plans are, and then if I think that there's reason for it, I'll hit you up for a solo run to see what goes on. Or if anyone just fancies adventures in London, I'll happily do a solo run. But for now,
I'll send you a PM with what I'm doing. I have ideas.
I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, take care.
Oh, I have one more thing I wanted to do. I don't know if you let me do this as I'm thinking about my 2-ground procedure.
Sure.
I'll make this pretty quick. I would put one of my, I carry around, it's on my little image link I showed you, these little sensor tags, like camera with sound, and I would put one of those on the van. So if it gets accosted by anyone or say investigated by the cops, I'll know. I think that's the only way that they can tie something from the crime to my sin. So until then, I feel pretty chill being Bob Boberson. And I'll probably wait till, probably hang around London, just walk around, enjoy the sights for about a day, and then head to the airport and get the fuck out of there. Unless I'm alerted that there's a problem with the van. I see a bunch of, bobbies with the cute little tall hats underneath the van, running down things like VIN numbers.
Cute little tall hats. It's like you're asking to be arrested. Okay, well that sounds good to me, and I await your PMs. But for now, that'll be the end of the run. And go ahead and take 10 karma apiece.
Yay!
I was kind of hoping you guys would manage to get your hands on some loot to sell from that mansion, but it didn't go that way.
We kind of derped it a little bit.
But hopefully it's not too much of a tragedy for you. I hope it was at least somewhat fun and not too long. I mean, it was pretty long, but not too stressful at least. And I hope.
Well,
I hope
since
we had
since I
fun
got Rob right here, I just want to confirm something. If I've got Topher, I can blow 1,000 new yen to get a flight out. I mean, that's I understand that's one of his effects, right?
Probably, like unless Will finds it that the cops are somehow looking specifically for you, it would maybe be a little bit more complicated than that. But you could probably easily. Uh,
Yeah, I
Does
was. I
OG extend this offer, or is this
What?
personal, him
If you
only?
guys all want to spend 1,000 new yen and have the ability to use a parachute, you're welcome to come along.
um, it's kind of up to you guys on that, and what Will
Yeah,
has decided.
I don't see why they would be looking for OG. To be honest, a lot of the threat on this run was just going into London and existing in a place where there's a lot of police, and you managed to basically circumvent you guys ever being recorded as coming in here, except for Cotton. But he has his own plans. And you weren't captured on camera. The
And I had
only
stuff on to keep myself hidden too. I was masked pretty much. I had a disguise. I went
Yes.
nut bars on this, and I was invisible. So
and concealed, yeah. So I don't see any reason they really would be looking for you specifically. They would probably be scouring just London in general, just putting out, what do you call it, an APB or whatever, for a group of people. But if you go to ground for long enough, you should be able to have Topher get you out of there.
yeah, anyone else wants to blow the 1,000 on it with me, they're welcome to come along.
I am more than willing to do so. I am also more than willing to pay the 2 karma for a rank of freefall, so that I have a roll of 6, which should be enough not to die.
Okay.
Right?
I have a roll of 6 as well, plus I've got a point of edge left. So yay! I'm pretty sure I live.
I've got 2 points of edge, so if you need some luck bullshit, let me know.
Kasa's getting the offer. She wants to come along.
Yeah, she'll take that. As long as Cotton is confident that he can get his plane out of here.
I'll need to think about Topher a bit, seeing as it specifically says that he operates in getting people out of Seattle.
That's why I asked Rob. So because Rob wrote him. That's the only reason I asked that way. So, but I have no idea. So I'll do whatever. I just need to know.
Do you have the boat contact? I forget his name. The keymaster.
Steel Waters?
Steely Waters?
No, but as much as I don't
I
want
do.
to, I'm willing to grab him right now.
I have
He
Steel
allows other contacts to operate out of Seattle.
Oh, for God's sake.
I
I
have
know it's
Steel
finicky,
Waters.
but yeah. If you have Steel Waters, well, I'm kind of guessing. Actually, yeah, if Cotton has Steel Waters, he can extend that ability to you guys. How about that?
I don't have Steel Waters. That's what I'm saying.
I have a coyote contact and a smuggler. I have 2 coyote contacts actually. Apparently,
Anyway, I have
And
got to
a,
go because of real life. So
Yep.
see you later. All right, bye.
Okay. But yeah, Solon, what I'm saying is that Cotton has Steel Waters, so he can, you can kind of mesh together,
Sure.
and I think that should allow you guys to get out of London.
I got some other contacts too, so.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely get back to you regarding how much that's going to cost, because I think it would cost a little more. But I'll get back to you because
I need to know that because my funds are limited, so I got to know that. So.
Right here. I will calculate it and get it to you ASAP. But I feel I've kept you guys for long enough. Thank you for being my players
Sure.
and exploring London for a little bit. Yeah. Hope you all had fun, and I will talk with you all soon, I'm very sure. So take care, everyone.
So ominous
Thanks.
when you say it that way.
Well, take care.